This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. The best way to describe the opening statement of LSU coach Lane Kiffin today at SEC Media Days: the long and winding road. It was 16 minutes, during which he said he now regrets his messy exit from Ole Miss when he fought to coach the Rebels in the college football playoff, even after taking the LSU job. Regarding his comments to Vanity Fair in May that some elite recruits weren't interested in playing at Ole Miss because of a lack of diversity, Kiffin said it was bad timing and bad usage of the word. Kiffin's performance, not great, according to Paul Feinbaum show host Paul Feinbaum.
That was an absolutely pathetic answer that Lane Kiffin gave. He essentially called Ole Miss racist and said players didn't go there because of that. And that's why one reason why he was looking for, or the parents and grandparents told him that. Just to try to equivocate and say it is what it is, bad usage of words, it's pretty poor.
NFL free agent receiver Tyreek Hill said he still has no power in his recovering left leg 10 months after 2 surgeries on a dislocated knee and multiple ligament tears.
If you run a small business, you've got to try Gusto. Get unlimited payroll runs and get your payroll taxes filed automatically. Offer health insurance, 401k, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride! Oh!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR presented by LouisianaSports.net. Day 4 from Radio Row here at SEC Football Media Days. Putting a button on it. Lane Kiffin had his arrival. Arkansas and Mississippi State. They were on the plate as well. But the headliners, the entrees, LSU and Texas. We'll dive into all of it. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
So kind of an oddity at SEC Football Media Days historically. LSU has not only been the first day, they've been the first school. They've led off SEC Media Days. So this has been a different experience for us covering this Media Days with LSU being on the last day. But it was also just structured very differently because it was very light the first 2 days. Just there wasn't a lot of heavy hitter schools coming through. Oklahoma day 1, Georgia day 2. But by and large, it wasn't until day 3 that everything got ramped up. And then today, probably the headliners this week. I mean, everyone has been interested in Lane Kiffin. And then, of course, Texas, who may very well be the preseason favorite to win the national championship. We'll see what odds makers have to say about it. They're certainly going to be right in that mix, finishing the day. So that's where we are. But the day started with Lane Kiffin. Now, a small group of the local media was invited to meet with Lane Kiffin and the players before they began their rotation. And I did share a video a couple of videos on my Twitter about the 2 things that I think everyone was most interested in. And that was, hey, Lane, why have you been off of social media for 2 months? And then what's going on with Sam Leavitt? There's a lot of other ancillary things. Responding to Pete Golding, the Ole Miss stuff, which you know is going to get. But Lane, I don't know that he was going to say anything different today than he's already said about that exit. For all of us, we're looking forward to the season and what the season is going to bring for the LSU football Tigers as now they'll begin camp here in 2 weeks. Well, Lane did answer those 2 things. And the social media component of it, I thought, was fascinating. And apparently, as you'll hear, this is what he said in the main room, we have Knox Kiffin to thank or blame.
I think as I look back over my life, one of the things that has been great is subtracting things as you get older. And I think that's a big part of growth. And Knox one day, he's like, Dad, there's no way you could get off social media. And if you know me, like, that's the best thing to do. My kids have learned that too. If they really want something, just say, I can't do it, and I'm going to do it. And so I'm like, well, I bet I can. And it really wasn't a plan. And so I got off of all of it. And then it was still on there, and then I said, okay, I'm going to go to another level, and I just deleted the apps. And it was really interesting to see as I went through it because Knox pushing me to do that, challenging me, allowed me to help other players, friends, coaches to say, man, you should try this sometime. Because once you remove something from your life, you start to realize how many other people are addicted to it or need it. And to be free of that has been interesting because you don't compare. It's been an interesting study and a way of being more present.
He did give a little more long-form answer with more context in the room, the private room with the local media. And I did put that on my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook. So if you want to check that out, you can go see that longer form. A lot of the same reasoning there, but a little longer form interview where he gave some context. And that honestly makes sense when you think of Lane. He's talked a lot about eating healthy and losing weight and giving up alcohol, and you heard him mention their toxic relationships and other things. So yes, for a guy that has been able to purge bad, negative things out of his life, it does make sense if he looks at Twitter or social media that way. But the interesting thing is, Lane has said the reason he has said publicly why he was always so active on social media is because he used it really as a recruiting tool. It was sort of an icebreaker because he was already, quote unquote, famous with high school athletes and their families. So when he met them, it was like they already knew him. So that was an easy way to sort of, to begin those conversations with recruits. So I do wonder if in this era where it is far more transactional than relational in the NIL era, if that is part of Lane Kiffin's thinking of, look, maybe I don't need social media. And for a guy that has as much notoriety as he does and enough national media who will tell his stories that he wants or needs to be told. I mean, just he's given interviews to Vanity Fair and the Barstool show he was on. He did an On 3 feature with Chris Lowe. Like, he's got those opportunities in his back pocket should he want him. Lane Kiffin doesn't have to go beg a national outlet to do a story on him. If he wants to get a message out, he'll have the opportunity to do it. So it'll be interesting to see if he ventures back. Now, I will tell you, very selfishly, as a media guy, I want really interesting social media Lane Kiffin. That is just way more interesting to me. The other thing, of course, was Sam Levitt and why Sam Levitt is not here. And this is what Lane Kiffin had to say about his quarterback.
We left Sam, our quarterback. This is an interesting time where this fell. We actually this morning had player-led practices, and so Sam was able to stay for that. And Sam's doing an amazing job.
Now, I absolutely believe they had player-led practices today, and I absolutely believe that Sam Levitt is participating and maybe leading those player-led practices. I completely believe that. I do not believe that's why Sam Levitt was left. I don't think it's some vast conspiracy. Maybe it was just something where Lane was aloof and didn't give a whole lot of thought to who he brought. Maybe it's the fact that Sam didn't participate in spring football, and so maybe hasn't established himself yet as a leader of the team. I don't know. I'll remind you, a couple of years ago, Will Campbell didn't come to media days, and Brian Kelly made the decision to bring Mason Taylor instead. And the reason he gave was people knew Will Campbell, and this was an opportunity to showcase Mason, who might have been up for the Mackey Award and some other things. So you put a lot of these people on when you have other players who maybe are more notable at that point. I do think it's odd that we're here on July 23rd, and LSU's starting quarterback, who had a wild portal recruitment, who has been to the college football playoff, who has been a three-year starter in college, who was a three-year starter in college football, has still not said a single word into a microphone. That's an oddity. These are typically your Kentucky brought Kenny Minchie earlier today, transfer quarterback. That is not uncommon. John Mateer was here this week, but he was here a year ago as well with Oklahoma when he was a transfer quarterback. So a lot of quarterbacks are transfers in college football today, and they're still the most prominent people on the roster. What I will say that is very encouraging, you are about to hear this, by the way. I had the chance today to visit with Trey'Dez Green, with TJ Dottery, and with Whit Weeks here on Radio Row when the team was here earlier. So you're going to hear from all three of those. Trey'Dez and Whit, I don't think I asked TJ about Sam Levitt, but I asked Trey'Dez and Whit about Levitt, and you are going to love their answers about Sam Levitt. It's after further review. We are here from Radio Row at SEC Football Media Days, Day 4. Our show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Whether you're going to be in Tiger Stadium, whether you're going to be tailgating, watching at home, your favorite sports bar, watering hole, restaurant, make sure you drink easy with the delicious taste of Bud Light, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Okay, we are here at SEC Football Media Days on the final day. As I mentioned, we did have the opportunity to catch up with each of the LSU players individually earlier today before they left. They're already probably back in, I would imagine, they're back in Baton Rouge already. After their day was done around 1:30ish or so, they went and got themselves a steak and then got on the plane and flew back home. So I'd imagine they're already back home. But I had a chance to visit with each of them. And when we come back, you'll hear from LSU junior tight end Trey'Dez Green. You are going to love this conversation. That's next on AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown. Watermark Baton Rouge is Baton Rouge's premier hotel property. Right there on the corner of 3rd and Convention. If you're thinking of hosting an event, make sure you consider Watermark Baton Rouge. Gorgeous property in downtown Baton Rouge that can host a party of almost any size. And remember, coming up is the Capitol Gala in a few Saturdays. And maybe, that's an awesome event. It's going to benefit Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center. And it's downtown. It's walkable from Watermark. So maybe before the event, if you want to pop in and have a glass of wine or a cocktail at Watermark and then walk down to the event, you could do that. Or maybe you want to make kind of like a little staycation weekend out of it. Why not do that? Get a room at Watermark Baton Rouge, and it's convenient to change clothes, get dressed, then you don't have to drive home. You just walk right back to the hotel and then have brunch at the Gregory on a Sunday and then head on home. Whatever you do, get by Watermark Baton Rouge.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 2025 Jeep Wrangler with $18,000 off MSRP.
$18,000 off Jeep Wrangler plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
People think it's all about game day, but the real work happens in the off season, and we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FML Health, Our Lady of the Lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
We trust the lake.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
Eagle 98.1, the rock station. Home of the Woody Show in the morning. Scotty Mack with Rock at Work. Michelle Southern with Southern Rock. Home of LSU sports since 1998. And rock for Baton Rouge since 1985. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. To join our VIP fan club, text ROCK to 225-499-9898. Eagle 98.1, the rock station.
Ever wonder why cane sauce doesn't come in a pre-sealed packet? It's because it's made fresh inside every Raising Cane's every single day. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
He had a hard decision too, leave where he was at. And then he went back, even though he came with me, then he went back, and then they tried to get him to stay again, and that wasn't easy for him because he was in the, we kind of call that utopia moment there of everything going great and winning, and then stuck with it and came back. So I'm just really proud of him for how far he's come.
That was Lane Kiffin talking about Charlie Weiss Jr., his offensive coordinator, who followed Lane Kiffin to LSU and Baton Rouge after flirting with staying at Ole Miss and going back to coach in the playoffs, and we well know the story. In LSU, Ole Miss made a strong push to keep Weiss, and you might recall LSU bumped his contract from $2 million to $2.5 million per year, adding another $1.5 million onto his contract because it was that important to keep Charlie Weiss. Well, Charlie Weiss is going to have a full toy chest when it comes to calling plays, and no more flashy, shiny toy than Trey'Dez Green, who had a chance to visit with earlier today here at SEC Media Days.
All right, man. Y'all are wearing purple, green, and gold.
Absolutely.
Was that Mardi Gras?
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
Was it on purpose?
Yeah.
So y'all decided that?
I got the green. I got the purple. Whit had two suits, and when I went in there, I'm like, Whit, you should wear the green, bro. You should wear the green. And TJ had the gold, and it just.
So he already had gold.
TJ had the gold, and it's just.
So y'all didn't make the decision beforehand. It just kind of happened that way.
And that was crazy. Like, I just happened. Like, that's wild. The Mardi Gras.
I remember talking to you in the last year in fall camp, and two things we talked about that resonated a lot. One was your body coming off of basketball, right? You talked about how you had to gain weight and lose weight and all that stuff. And the other was about playing basketball, but then about blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Want to improve your game in blocking. Let's start with the body component of it, because last year in the offseason, you were getting your body ready again for football after basketball. How different do you feel right now going into fall camp as maybe last year, or do you feel different?
I feel different from what I felt 2 weeks ago. Like,
what you mean?
It feels like I'm just getting stronger and I'm getting in more shape. Coach Savage, the program that he got us on is different. Is so amazing, and I have been seeing changes in my body since he has made it here.
Like what? What's the biggest difference you notice?
I say my frame. Like I'm more filled out than I was. I done lost a lot of the body fat.
But you never had body fat. What are you talking about?
we got this thing called DEXA scan, and it tells you how much body fat do you have.
Okay.
And what's the percentage of your muscles, and what's the percentage of your body that has the fat. And I had a lot of body fat. I think my body fat probably dropped down like 3%. I can't even give you the number. And my left leg got 4 pounds bigger.
Is that the leg that got hurt, or was it your right leg?
My right leg got hurt, but I have had problems with my left leg in the past with the tendonitis and stuff. And I have always used my right leg to jump. That's always been my most explosive leg.
Makes sense.
So we've been attacking my left leg, and I have gained 4 pounds of muscles in my left leg.
That's crazy, man. Do you miss basketball?
Not as much as I used to. Like, I feel that I know what I am in football now. That probably just got me. Like, I'm not worrying about basketball anymore. I know what I could do in football. It's a lot of 6'7" guys in basketball on that court.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of 6'7" guys in football.
So you said you know what you could do in football. So what can you do in football?
Attack the ball at its highest level. Go out there and give my team a chance. Give my team an opportunity to just win and excel.
Trey'Dez Green is hanging out with us here. I want to go back to what we said about last year. You told me you wanted to improve your blocking, which is so interesting because the guys are as physical as you and as talented as you are. And that was always your thing in high school too. Is like transition into football. You just went and caught the ball, giant mismatch. And so to hear someone say I want to improve blocking was interesting. Like, do you think you got better in that? Or where are you focusing this year?
Most definitely. My focus this year was to start to understand the defensive side of the ball, to understand the different coverages and the different pressures that they bring, the different leverages that they play. Okay, if they're in this leverage, they're gonna do this, or if the end is in this technique, they're gonna bring the blitz in this way. And just working with the offensive line, man, working with the offensive lineman to just get my hands and my everything, my technique just right. In the run game, even the pass blocking game, we don't get that much time to work on pass rushing like an end do. Like this is what the ends do. They pass rush, but as a tight end, we have to work on everything. Like we don't get that much time to work on pass protection. So just getting the extra time in with the offensive linemen and getting the extra time in with the receivers on the monitor catching, and just even my tight end buddies, just bringing them along. It's just been amazing. They've been teaching me little stuff about blocking too.
Love it, man. So what we saw in spring, man, they would line you up everywhere.
Yeah.
3-point stance, like H-back, slot, wide. Where do you like to play the best?
I don't know. This offense has really opened my eyes. Like in the past, I'd be like, oh man, yeah, I just be a stand up. Like, man, it's opened my eyes so much to the standpoint where I'm just like, put me anywhere, man. Put me anywhere. And they have been putting me anywhere, and I have got the ball out of every
we know.
Yeah.
It was very I was honestly like, Trey, I was surprised, man, how much like Lane would let us watch in spring.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times coaches are very close to the vest with stuff like that. I mean, they were not bashful about feeding you the ball from everywhere. It's pretty obvious. So like when you think about all of that, the opportunity this year and expectations, like if you set personal goals,
I think the only goal that I have I say it's two goals that I have. Like a personal goal, of course, we want to bring that national championship back to Baton Rouge. Like we know what that would do for the city of Baton Rouge, just in the whole state of Louisiana, just bringing that back there. And the culture is just so different. It's different when you're from that state. And like I saw what it was like when they were winning in 2019.
Yeah.
I saw the feeling that everybody had, and I saw like everybody's face. Like, just want to bring that culture and that winning feeling back to Louisiana. And I just want, my other goal is just I want to be the guy that everybody looks at and said he got it done. He got everything that we asked him to do. He got that done, and he did it with no ill intent. He just did it 110%.
Love that, man. And people in the state resonate with guys from Louisiana that put on for LSU. What's it like getting to know Lane Kiffin compared to what did you even, because you weren't a big football guy, like you were not a football guy.
I wasn't, like I didn't know, like I didn't, like in the past interviews they was asking me about the image, and I was like I didn't know nothing about it. I was like I don't because I'm not on social media like to see, or Twitter to see everything. But once I met Coach Kiffin, like I love Coach Kiffin, man. Like from the day that I met him, just everything that he's told me, it has happened. Everything that he said that has happened. Like I've been getting the ball. Like he's been moving me around and putting me in different positions. Like he's been making everything fun. Like he said he was gonna make it fun. He makes everything fun.
He's fun?
It's amazing. Yes, he's fun. He's amazing.
Because like
he's amazing, man. I don't know what everybody else sees, but he's amazing. He's amazing.
What did you get asked the most today? Because this is your last interview. So what did you get asked the most?
I say it's either the offensive, how I feel about them using me. Like, how would they use me? That's probably the question that I got asked the most. How would Coach Weiss, or what was my reaction to Coach Weiss and Coach Kiffin getting hired? And it was along the lines of, did you ever consider leaving LSU?
Did you?
Nah. It's I don't think the coaching change. I think if they probably would have brought anybody in here, I would have still stayed at LSU. Like I didn't commit to LSU for a coach. I committed to LSU because it's home, and I saw the people. Like I've witnessed it. I've been in middle school walking down the streets at an LSU game before anybody even knew who I was. And people stop and ask me, am I hungry, or do I calling me over there to try Gator? So it's just the hospitality. And I was like, man, I want to play here, and I want to be one of the greats that walk these halls at LSU, this legendary place.
I got a couple more for you. Dude, there's a lot of new on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a name. Who's someone that caught your eye? Receivers or any
receivers?
Yeah.
Them dudes great. Oh man,
There's so many of them.
It's so many. And people ask, they be like, "Yeah, who's going to be the starter? Who's going to be starting?" I'm like, man, I don't know all of them great. Like from the Jace Browns to the Eugene, it's amazing. Like Philly right? Yeah. He's amazing. He's been having some explosive plays. Malik Elsie, the transfer from Illinois. He's been killing. It's been different. It's been amazing to see those guys come to LSU and embrace the opportunity to be able to play for those 2 colors and 3 letters.
Are you y'all doing a lot of work with Sam Levitt? I would imagine. We didn't get to see Sam in the spring, right? I mean, he was limited. Give us a sense of what it's like with Sam, timing, how the offseason's going with Sam.
It's been amazing with Sam, man. He just wants it. He wants it. He wants to win. He wants everybody to be the best version of themselves. You just feel his energy when he's on the field, man. All the quarterbacks great. All the quarterbacks. I like every single last one of them. Each bring something different to the table. Man, me and Sam click. We did click so much. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. The fans gonna enjoy this.
Clemson opener is gonna be a lot. That's gonna be wild, dude.
I'm ready.
6 new coaches in the league. I think is fascinating. LSU is going to face Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas. They're going to face.
Cue me. All right, our interview with Trey'Dez Green. We're brought to you by Cubelic Tire and Auto Service. CubelicTire.com. Locations all over South Louisiana. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. And they keep you coming back because they treat you like family. School's going to be back in here in a couple of weeks. If you want that final little beach trip or whatever it is, and you're hitting the road, or you're just getting back to school ready. Make sure you get your car back to school ready as well. Take it to Cubelic. Cubelic Tire and Auto Service. CubelicTire.com. CubelicTire.com. Go to the website, hit the promotions tab. You can see all of the specials and the discounts that they have going on right now at Cubelic. They'll sell you the best tires at the cheapest price, and they'll treat you awesome, which is why you'll keep coming back year after year after year. Cubelic. We keep you rolling. My apologies there. I'm not sure what happened there. I think we might have lost the end of the interview there, but great conversation with Trey'Dez. I wish, after hearing that, in Louisiana we were allowed to bet player props for college, because I would take the over on Trey'Dez on every one of them. So if you can get to a sports book that allows player props in college, I would take the over on Trey'Dez. I don't even know what they got, but it is very apparent that from all the people we talked to this week, you talked to Brooks Austin, the field guy, you talked to him earlier in the week, hearing the defensive players today talk about Sam Levitt, hearing Trey'Dez talk about his role in this offense. Yeah, it's going to be a monster junior year for Trey'Dez Green, who is still just scratching the surface of his ability as a football player. He played really one full high school season of football. And so really, if you think about it, he's just in his 4th year as a football player. It's incredible to think of the dynamic and that growth going into his physical ability. So excited to see Trey'Dez. TJ Dottery coming up in about half an hour. Whit Weeks will start off hour number 3. You're going to want to hear those conversations. We'll continue here. We'll knock out a quick break from Radio Row here on this Thursday edition of AFR. Mississippi State starting quarterback Kamario Taylor. You'll hear that conversation next on AFR.
AFR.
Let's Rev, R-E-V, letsrev.com, letsrev.com. You ever just get super frustrated at super slow internet? Oh, we've all been there, man. The little spinning wheel, slamming your keyboard or your mouse, pounding the desk because it's so frustrating. Your internet's so slow. Storm comes, knocks the power out, knocks the internet out, knocks the cable out. You're so frustrated. Maybe that's just me because I get kind of angry about things. But it's annoying. Nobody wants that to happen. Rev can help. They're local and 5 gigs, lightning fast speeds, and backed by an all-fiber network. Fiber. It's buried under the ground. I mean, you don't have to worry about a storm coming knocking the power lines down. Let's Rev. Listen, more than 70,000 Louisiana homeowners and business owners trust Rev. You should as well. R-E-V. 90 years of local experience. Let'sRev.com. Let'sRev.com.
Raising Cane's is honoring Chuck Norris on National Chicken Finger Day. For every box combo sold on July 27th, Cane's is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation, Kickstart Kids.
I'm Billy Schmidt, and I've been with First American Bank for 13 years. I have a passion of getting to know customers, getting to know their journeys, getting to know their stories, and being a small part of that, and just continuing that, and taking those relationships and expanding out into the community, just to make First American a household name. And people look at us and say, hey, what's special about you guys? You're part of a family.
Are you ready for an internet experience that actually keeps up with you? Then you're ready to step into a new kind of reliability with Rev Fiber. When your internet works, the possibilities open up, and suddenly everything feels more connected, just the way it should be. Seamless enough to keep up with every swipe and every click, anywhere you are. So leave the buffering behind. 100% fiber, 0% runaround, where support is still personal. Rev Fiber. Visit revfiber.com.
People think it's all about game day. Let's go! But the real work happens in the off season.
Spring practices, early lifts,
Extra reps. And we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FMOL Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
So we can do what we do best.
We trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com.
Need a steel building? Proform Steel. I want you to remember the name. Why use Proform Steel? Well, I got tons of reasons. Here's a few. How about the lead times? 6 to 8 weeks from signed contract out the door. They'll get it to you quicker. Free delivery on every building. You buy it from them, they'll deliver it for free. It's Proform Steel. You can even order online. You can pick the style, size, color, doors, submit the form, get a call back the same day. And at Proform Steel, they use American-made materials on everything. No exceptions. It's Proform Steel. Maybe you need a shed in your backyard. Maybe we're talking about a big industrial facility. Need a steel building? You want Proform Steel. Make sure you call Brandon Golson, you know the name, at Proform Steel. Check him out, Proform Steel.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Coverage continues here from
We roll along here, final day of SEC football media days, and we're joined.
Fiber, Relief Windows, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, and Parrish Construction and Roofing. Kamario Taylor, the starting quarterback at Mississippi State, the highest rated quarterback ever to sign with the Bulldogs, stopped by our booth earlier today here on Radio Row.
We roll along here, final day of SEC football media days, and we are joined now by the quarterback, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, Kamario Taylor, joining us. Thank you for the time, man. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and I'm peeping those. Like, those are incredible. Can you walk us through? Can you show the camera what you're wearing?
I can't.
Look at that, man. Louis?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what. You get those specific. Oh, got your number on the back, too? No?
Nah.
Sorry, I thought it was your number. When'd you get those?
Oh, I just
for
got
this.
Yeah, I just got these yesterday. Well, no, 2 days ago.
How many pair you got?
I don't really wear designer shoes.
Oh, you're not a sneakerhead?
No, I am. Like when it comes to Jordans. Okay, I peeped your feet. I peeped them.
Someone asked me to count the other day. I got 112 pair. It's a problem. It's a problem.
See, like normally, after I wear them, if I don't like the shoe as much anymore after I wear them after one fit, I give them away to the guys.
That's cool.
Back at the crib.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, coming into this season, you're a guy that I think people are really interested to talk about because you came with so much expectation, made great athleticism, and fit in this offense. How valuable was the experience of last year, the playing time you got a year ago, coming into this season?
It was very needed, very much needed. I needed the backseat role for a minute, just sit behind Blake in order for me to learn how to become a quarterback, learn from Lev, allow him to teach me, allow him to coach me. So going into this year, that all those little traits from back then, all those characteristics that I learned, they're gonna come to the light.
Where did you feel like you needed to improve the most from last year to this year?
My accuracy, for a fact.
Okay.
Accuracy.
So what do you do to improve accuracy?
Just go diagnose your throws, like keep your shoulder levels, like the tilt, look at your lower body, like see how much movement you're getting from your hips, and make sure your feet are pointed at your target. Like your mechanics are still the same. They're the same generic mechanics that you learned when you first learned to throw a ball.
Did you when did you first start to get recruited by Coach Levy?
I first started getting recruited by Coach Levy when he got to Mississippi State.
So he got to State. I mean, you're in Macon. He immediately starts recruiting you.
Yes,
you're the guy. What's that relationship like with him? It's such a brilliant offensive minded coach and like works with quarterbacks. Like, what's your relationship like there?
It's a unique relationship, honestly. Lev kind of treats me like I'm his child. He loves me like I'm a son. So it's different playing for a guy like who loves you. So, and I love him. So it's different for me playing for him instead of me playing for my coach. So that relationship is like a beautiful relationship.
Y'all talk off the field. Yeah.
Like I'm able to like the thing with Lev, I'm able to run to him about anything, any different situation. Like if I'm going through anything, if I need to just talk to him, like it could be about ball, it could be it could be non-football related. Like it just could be different things. Like Lev is just a guy who I can run to for anything.
We'll talk a little bit about some of the guys on that offense as well. You go through spring and you look around and you look at the guys, man. Who's a name that you think SEC fans are going to get to know this fall?
You guys already know Ant. You're gonna get to know. They know Aiden also. So and they know Keith. So you guys are gonna get to know Frisco McGee, Grayson Harris, and Zion Reagan. Like those are gonna be guys like, and Colin Wilson. Those are gonna be guys like who name they learn like, okay, these guys are legit.
Yeah, give me some characteristics.
Frisco is a guy who's never covered. Like even when he's covered, the ball is caught. Like it's a caught ball. Like regardless, like it could be 100% like locked up. The ball is caught. Grayson is a guy who we call him sweet feet. Like you're not gonna be able to touch him. Like when the ball is in his hands, like he's able to do things with the football, like guys, like things you only see, only things you can only imagine. Zion, the speedster. Everybody knows like what speedster do in this offense.
Yep.
Colin Wilson, we call him baby Saquon Barkley. That's what we call him. Like he has his patience, his IQ, and just the way he able to diagnose is just it's significant, honestly.
Kamario Taylor with us for a couple more minutes here. Y'all are going to come play in Baton Rouge.
Right.
So you may not know, but like this is the game. Like LSU has played Mississippi State more than any opponent in its program history. So I know there's the Egg Bowl is the rivalry that you'll have, but have you thought about what it's going to be like to play in Baton Rouge?
Oh, it's gonna be a blessing. It's gonna be an honor. Like I was an LSU fan growing up, so like I always wanted to go. Never had a visit to Baton Rouge, never been to Del Valley, So I'm excited to go play there.
You grew up an LSU fan,
right? Because of the Tigers. So my high school was called Knoxville County Tigers. So like I was just thinking like Tigers.
Yeah.
I was a Mississippi State Bulldog fan also, but like I was also an LSU fan. It was a Mississippi State LSU go neck and neck.
Who'd you like to watch? What players?
I like the Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Terrence Marshall, like all those guys.
Turns out those guys are pretty good at football.
They are.
It turns out.
They are.
That's a heck of a team. What's your goals for the season?
My main goal is probably to stay. It's not even probably. It's 100% like to play a minimum of 13 games. And that means like with me staying 100% healthy throughout the whole season. That's my main goal.
Best ability is availability.
Correct.
We wish you good luck and good health, man. Thank you so much for the time.
I appreciate you.
It's Matt's interview with Mississippi State quarterback Kamario Taylor. It's after further review. We'll grab a break here. A couple technical difficulties on site, so we'll grab a break. We'll come back on the other side, continue live from SEC Football Media Days with Matt's conversation with John Nabers from Inside Arkansas. That's next here on AFR.
After further review.
DuplessisPools.com, DuplessisPools.com, DuplessisPools.com. Go to DuplessisPools.com and start building your dream pool today. DuplessisPools.com. Hat tip to my friend Derek Duplessis and the great staff, as for the second consecutive year, Duplessis Pools was named a top 50 pool builder in America by Pool & Spa magazine. As a matter of fact, Duplessis Pools was the only pool builder in the state of Louisiana to receive that honor. DuplessisPools.com is the website, DuplessisPools.com. Yesterday was awesome. Me, Erica, Drew spent part of our Sunday cooling off in the pool. Might have had a cold Bud Light or two. It's a great way to spend those summer days. Great way to have parties, showpiece. That dream can be your reality as well. But start at DuplessisPools.com. You can design your pool online. You can finance it online. Pay for it right now. It's DuplessisPools.com. Check them out online. It's DuplessisPools.com.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 2025 Jeep Wrangler with $18,000 off MSRP.
$18,000 off Jeep Wrangler plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Raising Cane's Texas Toast is a thick slice of bread, garlic butter spread, grilled to golden perfection, and made to order just for you. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona. Presented by Don Juan Cigar After Further Review with Matt Moscona.
Time to call the Hogs. Spirit Fingers. It's John Nabers from inside Arkansas. How are you?
I'm great, man. How about yourself?
Good. That was a weird hand grab there.
That's what we do.
If that happened. That is what just happened.
Sounds like the Golden Boot rivalry in general. Just a weird thing.
Just a weird thing. Very forced, contrived. No one really likes it, but you pretend like you do because you feel like you got a sort of thing.
That's right.
LSU's going to go to Arkansas this year in a really weird spot on the schedule, back-to-back road conference games. What do you suspect Arkansas will be playing for on Thanksgiving weekend when LSU's in Fayetteville?
At best, a bowl berth. I mean, this is a tough year for Arkansas. It's been tough years, but 9-game SEC schedule. Before they play LSU, they're coming off the road against Texas, which we know Texas is going to be one of the better teams. And so being in Fayetteville is great, but it's just a weird time where if you're not playing for anything, where's the juice going to be at? You know, if you're sitting there at 2-9 going into it or something, like, what are you playing for? You know, it's going to be just a weird spot. But at best case, if they're sitting there 5-6 or something, I think that's going to be something that maybe Arkansas can look forward to and adding a little bit more juice to that matchup.
Who's going to play quarterback?
KJ Jackson is what I believe.
Okay. Is there a competition?
Supposedly. I mean, listen, it's been going since
And KJ
spring.
Jackson's he played against LSU last year when Taylor and Green got a little nicked up.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, he's been in the program now for this is going to be his third year. Bobby Petrino recruited him, really liked him, and he was a guy that alongside Quincy Rhodes, when Ryan Silverfield was hired in the press conference, they brought both of those guys. And, you know, obviously we've seen the competition play out in spring. It didn't look good. I did not like the quarterback situation in the spring. Fall camp and listening to Ryan Silverfield, I just feel like he's not going to announce or say anything till game week. It just is not going to happen. But here's how I look at it. From what I've heard, one, KJ Jackson's the guy. They have their reasons for why they're not going to announce it. And two, I'm sorry, you don't bring the backup quarterback to your press conference when you get hired and be like, look how excited you should be because our backup quarterback's coming back. It's like, no, you want to bring that because your quarterback's there. So I just feel like he's the better player. He's got the better upside. Is he elite? Is he great? I'm not going to go to that far, but I do believe he's going to be the guy when it's all said and done.
Is Ryan Silverfield the right guy for the job?
It's a loaded question, my man. But I think he has elements to him that can work as long as he has the supporting cast of the administration. And just like everything, you got to pay, you got to have the money, you got to have the funding. I think there's some parts of him that could really be good because he is big on the fundamentals, which, yes, no one wants to turn the ball over. No one wants to commit penalties, but it's the way he recruits, it's the type of players he recruits, it's the type of things he coaches. I think those are the things that can really make a difference because my least favorite stat is that Arkansas is 17-49 in one possession games since 2012. Last year they went 2-10, and how many games did they lose by one possession? I mean, that could have been easily a 7-5 year. Doesn't matter. You win. You lost the games. But those are the little bitty things like turning the ball over, those penalties that made the differences in those games in one possession. So if you have a coach that can bring that type of mentality and build on that and make it great, then you start winning those one possession games, which makes you into a much better program.
John Nabers is with us inside Arkansas. Are they going to be good on defense?
Better, but it's not saying much when you're dead last forever. But I was thinking with the type of players that they have, of course, starts with Quincy Rhodes, great player, probably the only all-SEC caliber player Arkansas has on the roster on paper right now. But they really did an overhaul. I mean, Arkansas has the most additions out of the transfer portal of any SEC school. And
more than LSU?
More than LSU.
Wow, how many?
Yeah, I think it was like 48. Wow, something
LSU's
to that extent.
42.
Okay, yeah. So LSU's up there too. But they had to do an overhaul, but a lot of it was defensively, and they basically have, besides Quincy Rhodes, everyone's brand new. But what they're doing is a very interesting type of defense. Ron Roberts, a defense coordinator who obviously has some SEC experience. What they're going to be trying to do is instead of trying to get guys that like LSU so used to have 6'6", 280-pound edge rushers that can get after it, 5-star players. They know they're not going to get those. So they're going to try to be really creative by getting to the quarterback, focusing on that, doing the pressure by having a lot of speed and hybrid players in the outside, which may or may not work, but considering Arkansas's defense and how bad it's been historically for 10, 15 years now, what's the worst that could happen?
Why? So I guess in the NIL portal era,
when Arkansas has very prominent donors. Why we saw Indiana win a championship? Why can't Arkansas get those players? Is the financial commitment not there in football?
I think it's everybody's got to be on the same page, and I think the financial commitment for football could be there if you just handled it the right way. But the problem is that you have John Calipari in basketball, and he's boys with John Tyson, which John Tyson, and I love Mr. Tyson, the chicken man himself. I love the man, but his passion is basketball and golf. That's his passion. And as I've always said, you can't tell billionaires how to spend their money. That's what they're going to do. Now, he's given money to football, like he's doing things, but that's really where his focus is going to be. And Dave Van Horn in baseball, there's got to be a lot of funding there too. But in football, it's tough to get people rallied around because, one, there's a lot of mistrust for the administration and the athletic director. There's a lot of problems in understanding how to being, instead of being proactive, they're being more reactive to everything that's happening and trying to move forward. There's just a lot of things that could be helping themselves, but it's when John Calipari comes knocking on your door as a donor, it's John Calipari. You're like, hey, yeah, it's John Calipari. Same with Dave Van Horn. He's a lifer in baseball. But in football, you got a program that's been down in the dumps in its worst stretch in 5 years. You're so far behind the 8 ball, it's not even funny. And it's got to be the most expensive sport that you have to spend money on. And you got a brand new head coach that not a lot of people know. So it's just really tough to try to sell that to somebody when they're like, well, why would I give to that? Well, if I give to basketball, we have a chance to win a title right now. And that's John Calipari. It's just a really bad combination of a lot of bad things.
You said, John Nabers inside Arkansas, you said best case for Arkansas is when LSU shows up Thanksgiving weekend that the Hogs are playing for a bowl game. Walk me through the spots the spot on the schedule that's imperative. What's got to happen for Arkansas to get there?
Well, obviously, they've drawn off the jump. Game 2, they go on the road to Utah, which is tough, and that's, to me, the key game where if you win that game, or if you go, let me put it this way, if you're going to go to a bowl game, you have to win that game. Pure and simple.
You got to win all 3 non-conference.
You got to win all 3 non-conference games, so that way you're halfway there. But they start the SEC season with Georgia, and then they go to Texas A&M, and then Tennessee at home. That's how you start. And then your final 2 games, as just mentioned, at Texas and LSU at home, which obviously are going to be teams far and away better than Arkansas. So 5 out of your 9 games right there are against the toughest, and it's bookend. It's that 4 game right there in between where you have Missouri, Auburn, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Okay. Those are the ones. So that stretch right there, those 4 games, yeah, it'd be great to win all 4. But if you're going to go to a bowl game, you got to win 3 of those 4. That's the only chance, or at least the one that's going to put you up in the best success for a chance. Because even if Arkansas is 5-6 going into that LSU game, I know it's a kooky game, but I don't think anybody's going to feel still confident that Arkansas is going to win.
LSU, it's very much going to depend on what LSU is playing for. We've seen that over and over again. If LSU is not playing for anything of significance, that could be a...
They're playing for the boot. They're playing for the boot. Are you telling me that's not significant?
He's John Nabers, inside Arkansas. Tweet him about the boot. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Quick reminder about Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. They're the best. If you are, gentlemen, thinking about popping the question and you're thinking about where am I going to go buy that diamond, I want you to consider this. There are places that will sell you man-made lab diamonds, but what are you buying? It's according to its makeup and characteristics, sure, diamond. But is it going to hold its value? Is that the way you want to say, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you? Go to Lee Michaels. Go to Lee Michaels. Walk in the door. Experience the thing I talk about all the time, which is the Lee Michaels experience. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry with 10 locations. Baton Rouge, 2 locations in Baton Rouge. New Orleans, Lafayette, Shreveport, Mississippi, Texas as well. 10 locations across 3 states. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Thrill her, gentlemen. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry.
All right, we're going to put a button here on hour number 1 of AFR. So technical difficulties over there in on Radio Row in Tampa at SEC Media Days, but that's not going to deter the rest of the show that we have coming up for you. We'll grab a break here. We'll come back. SportsCenter will get you caught up on all national headlines, and then we will lead off hour number 2 with Matt's conversation with LSU linebacker TJ Dottery. We still have to get to Whit Weeks. Matt sat down with Cole Cubelic for almost 20 minutes, so we'll bring you, obviously, that conversation as well. We will get you back out to our Radio Row and packed full of all the SEC Media Day content that we had planned for you here today. It just might sound a touch different, but stick around. TJ Dottery, when we come back after Sports Center to kick off hour number 2 here of AFR. Musso kind of going to pilot the ship here for you, but all the content, as I said, will come from SEC Media Days. Chris Gordy, JD Pickell, or Brian Hadad covers Mississippi State. I mean, we're locked and loaded. Still have plenty to do. So, just kind of unfortunate how this just went down with the technical difficulties. Normally, this is how we would function the show anyway. It would be me kind of anchoring it and tossing to the content. Ended up that way after all. But we still have a lot of great stuff. Of course, if you missed anything from the first hour, AFR On Demand, presented by Brett Goff. Thanks to Parish Construction and Roofing, FMOL, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber. They've brought you the coverage all week, and we still have 2 hours of that left. So hour number 2 coming up next here on AFR.
After further review.
Love telling you about Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com. That's Arco Power Systems. We talk about generators a lot in Louisiana, especially all along the Gulf Coast, where we're sort of in this storm belt right here in the Gulf Coast. Well, of course, a lot of people have home standby generators. When we talk about Arco Power Systems, these are not home standby generators. This is industrial generator power. This is for your business. I mean, just think about it. When the power goes out, be it a hurricane, an ice storm, snow like we had last year, power goes out. What do you do with your business? Well, being offline is not an option. That's why you need Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. Just look at all the locations. Baton Rouge, Bossier, Harvey, Lake Charles, Mandeville, Mobile, LaPorte, Texas, San Antonio, Little Rock, Houston, Dallas. They're everywhere. So if you're a business and you need standby power for your business, you need Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
People think it's all about game day. Let's go! But the real work happens in the off season.
Spring practices, early lifts,
Extra reps. And we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
so we can do what we do best.
We trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
Community sailing is all about getting people in the New Orleans area out on boats, out on Lake Pontchartrain. Gulf Coast Bank helps us provide opportunities to get folks out who might not otherwise have the financial means to come sailing. Auctions in August is an online fundraiser that helps nonprofits like us service the community. Bidding through Auctions in August is a lot of fun because there's so many different items. There's something for everyone, so you're sure to find something that relates directly to you that you'll enjoy bidding on, and you get to help out the community.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. All eyes at SEC Media Days were on new LSU coach Lane Kiffin today. He said he now regrets how he handled his messy exit from Ole Miss when he fought to coach the Rebels during their run in the college football playoff last season, even after taking the LSU job. And his comments made to Vanity Fair in May that some elite recruits weren't interested in playing at Ole Miss because of its lack of diversity were also addressed by Kiffin.
And that was a poor usage of a term that I believe, just like many coaches that have been there for, was factual, but over the course of a long interview, it was bad timing and bad usage of the word. So it is what it is. I apologize when I said it.
The NFL future of free agent receiver Tyreek Hill remains uncertain. The 32-year-old said on social media he still has no power in his recovering left leg 10 months after 2 surgeries on a dislocated knee and multiple ligament tears. Panthers' second-year outside linebacker Nick Scorton tore the ACL in his right knee at practice today, the first day of training camp. He will undergo surgery in the coming weeks.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming on Friday. Last year, I said Lamar Jackson needs to win before he becomes the next Dan Marino. So is this finally the year he gets over the hump? It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour number 2, AFR, day number 4, SEC Football Media Days. Of course, our coverage brought to you by FMOL, Our Lady of the Lake, Health Relief Windows, Parish Construction and Roofing, and Rev. LSU took center stage here on Thursday to open up the day at SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. And earlier, Matt had an opportunity to sit down with LSU linebacker TJ Dottery. We bring you that conversation now.
LSU linebacker TJ Dottery hanging out with us here. How are you, man?
Man, I'm awesome, man. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yes, sir.
You can't. This is the end of the day for you, and you said I asked if you're tired. You're like, no, man, you got great energy.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what the day was like for you.
Awesome, man. Got to meet a lot of new people and some familiar faces from last year.
Yeah.
But representing LSU, man, it's been awesome.
You didn't come last year with Ole Miss, did you?
Yes.
You did come with Ole Miss. How did I miss you last year?
With Ole Miss. So, yeah, like I said, man, just grateful for the opportunity to come here and represent LSU, man.
So this is old hat for you, man. You've already done this thing, man. But obviously with it, so it's interesting. I was thinking about this because coming from Ole Miss, like, do you still have all your Ole Miss clothes and stuff? And what do you do with all the gear you get?
Luckily, I have a little brother who's in high school around that age right now, where that's the most coolest thing to him. So I just gave him everything.
And you're from Alabama.
Yes, sir.
So your little brother's in Montgomery.
Yes, sir.
Wearing Ole Miss stuff.
Yes, sir.
How's that going over?
Man, tell me about it. All his high school friends want a piece of the gear. So
okay,
if he's giving it to his friends and wearing it, man, he's going to the 11th grade this year, man. He's around that age. So
does he play ball?
Yes, sir.
Where's he want to go?
That's a great question.
You don't talk about it?
I do, but I don't want to pressure him or anything. You know, like that's one thing I thank my parents about. It's like coming up, they always just made it fun for me. It was never no pressure, like this is what you have to do, or like, you feel me, this is your plan. Like if I wanted to stop today, they would have no problem.
That's great, man.
Like, so
parents just want what's best for their kids.
Yes, and that's how I want him to be. I don't want him to have to feel into his big brother shoe type of.
You're from Alabama. You went to Clemson, Ole Miss, now LSU. You're going to play your two former teams.
Yeah.
Is it weird? What's it like?
You know, when you leave the team, that's what you asked for. You asked to play them, but it never came until now. It is a little weird, but it's just awesome. It's gonna be cool to see some of the guys I've built relationships with. Man, I built great relationships with both guys and coaching staff at Clemson and at Ole Miss. So just another opportunity to play football, and it's always just a little bit more exciting when you know some people personally across the field.
What was it like playing defense for? I want to compare and contrast. What was it like playing defense in Pete Golding's defense?
Yeah, it was awesome. Very schematical. But Pete was awesome. He's an intelligent coach, man, and the way he runs his operation, he's about his business and a great person to just talk to on and off the field. It was awesome.
Well, and then the thing about Baker. Well, first of all, from an X and O standpoint, does your role differ playing in Blake's defense as opposed to Pete Golding's?
Smaller differences, but not necessarily in terms of just the linebacker play, being a leader of the defense, being one of those guys that you can count on to get everybody lined up, communicate, and just being me flying around making plays.
Is that you or Whit?
Both. Yes.
So, and look, I mean, y'all had great defense at Ole Miss, but I mean, Whit was a preseason All-American, got hurt. I mean, it's funny. You led the SEC in tackles a year ago. Whit was second 2 seasons ago, and then Devon Keys was second behind you last year. It's like, there are a lot of dudes in that room, man. So walk me through how that works with reps and responsibilities in linebacker.
It's awesome, man. We all embrace that role, man. That's the biggest thing for me and for us. I think it's all of us embracing it and finding ways to work together and cooperate with each other to take the load off of one another, to where it's not as if one person is just handling everything, where we're all able to communicate, help each other out, man. And like you said, we've all got experiences. So like just bouncing ideas and, things off each other from different experiences is awesome.
What's it like? What's your relationship like with Blake Baker? I mean, dude, go ahead. Yeah,
he's awesome. He's awesome. He from a coaching standpoint, he's intelligent, and he's played the linebacker position, so he knows it, like the X's and O's and everything about it. And then him as a person is just even greater in terms of how he is, how he carries himself. You can talk to him about anything, and his energy. Like, he wears cleats to practice all the time, and like you make a play. I'll tell you a funny story. I made a play the first day I was out there, and he almost jumped on my back, like came on the field, and he scared me because I thought I did something wrong. Like, I just haven't had that from anyone before, and like that's excitement, and it's awesome to go out there and play for somebody like that.
In spring, I got some video one of the days they let us out there of him running the safety drills, like within the cleats, like doing the.
Yes, like when he has those cleats on, he's in full go mode, like he's trying to beat you, like showing how much of an athlete he is. Like he's awesome.
Dude played. I mean,
yeah.
And at 40, Blake and I was saying he's 44. Like I could never go like that, but he can still go. It's amazing.
He's always in the weight room. He's always working out, man. He's awesome. Let's talk
a little bit about your head coach, who obviously you had a relationship with Ole Miss and now comes here. Earlier, you said that people maybe misunderstand Lane. What? Because he's this giant personality, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's a giant figure in the sport that we all love. You get to know him personally. If I say, man, what's Lane Kiffin like when you talk to him, cameras are off? Like, what do you say?
Talking about genuine and really thoughtful and just a human being, like not so much into all the social media antics as he might seem, man, versus just the real life experiences, man. Someone you can talk to about anything. And as far as from a football standpoint of him carrying himself, like he's about his business. When he's in that office, man, he's locked in, but still finds a way to make it fun and enjoyable for everybody, even in the hard moments.
TJ Dottery's hanging out with us. You played in Tiger Stadium already.
Yes.
You lost.
Yes, I did.
Just happy to see that. As you can imagine.
It was an amazing night.
What was it like being on the other sideline?
Crazy, man. Talking about every inch of momentum gained, you can hear it in the crowd. Every inch. It was awesome. Even from the time of us on the bus going into the stadium, like at that point, I really hadn't seen anything like it in terms of just, you could tell how much the fans cared and just out there tailgating, sitting out there, and even, me being on the opposing side, them yelling at the buses and doing all type of things at the bus. Like I loved all of it. It was awesome.
Now, you haven't gotten the game experience yet, but what are you looking forward to most being on the other sideline?
Man, that excitement, man, when you're talking about like the fans and how engaging they are, and like even alumni and guys who played before, how they come and just so much invested into the program, man, it's awesome. I'm excited for that.
Aside from playing here 2 years ago, had you ever been to Baton Rouge before?
No, sir.
So what's it been like living in Baton Rouge?
Been awesome. I didn't know what to expect before I came down here, but like I said, the people are awesome. You could tell they care so much about just LSU itself and the football The food's awesome. I've been eating really well. And the weather is hotter. It's hotter than Alabama. I will say that. I was not expecting that. But it's just been awesome, man. I've had a great time. I haven't had any problem getting settled in or anything. And if I've had any questions, everybody's has been open-handed and helping me.
Where's your favorite place to eat? Or favorite thing to eat?
Favorite thing to eat. I'm allergic to seafood.
Oh,
so
no.
I just had to tell you that now. So when I don't say crawfish or anything like that, the fans don't come after me. I'm allergic. I'm sorry.
No.
So probably gumbo. For sure, gumbo.
But not seafood gumbo.
Not seafood gumbo. See, that's one thing I also learned. I thought gumbo only came with seafood until I got down here.
Man, we can put anything in a gumbo.
My dog, tell me about it, man. It's been awesome.
Oh, man. Hey, what did you get asked the most today?
What did I get asked the most? Either a question about Coach Kiffin and I guess his personality or decision-making when it came to him coming here, or just my decision-making on, like, why did I come here?
Yeah.
Why did I come here, and what was the tension? Was there any tension or, like, before I left, and what, like, really played into my decision?
Yeah. You had a good day, though, huh?
Yes, I had a great day. It's been awesome.
What's you're a few weeks away from the start of fall camp, and wish you good luck and good health and a lot of success this season wearing the purple and gold. Much purple and gold, man. It's a good color scheme. You know what I mean? A little better than, well, I'd say red, white, and blue, but that's American colors. So that's a pretty good color scheme too.
They've been telling me I look good in purple, my dog. They've been telling me I look good in purple.
How about this? Better than orange and purple. I mean, that clash, that's terrible.
1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%.
TJ Dottery, thank you, man.
Appreciate you, family.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-001-752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. I love sharing 5-star Google reviews. Here's one from Ricky Gomez, who said Chris, his technician, was very professional and knowledgeable during the HVAC evaluation. He provided details and recommendations in a clear and concise manner. That's one of the things that always stands out. If you're having an issue with your AC or your heater, and River City's 1 Hour Air sends out a technician for an evaluation, they're going to explain your options to you. And that may sound simple, but like none of it, like I don't know anything about an HVAC, neither do you. Let's be honest. So whenever they go get up in your attic or they go look at your HVAC unit on the side of your house and they come talk to you, like they're going to explain very clearly what's happening and your options to remedy it. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. 752-0001.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
People think it's all about game day, but the real work happens in the off season. And we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FML Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
We trust the lake.
The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office protects and serves over 132,000 residents across the parish.
Keeping our community safe is our mission, and Rev Fiber plays a critical role in how we respond. Whether it's training in our special divisions, forensics investigations, or fielding emergency calls in our operations center, Rev Business connects our teams in real time, which is why we partner with Rev Business.
Get 6 months free of Rev Business services.
We're brought to you by Supper Club. You can book your reservation, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. One of the things about Supper Club that I love is if you want to go to Supper Club and be a baller, you can do it. You want to go to Supper Club and order a $5,000 bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild? You can do it. You want to go have $400 shots of cognac? You can do it. You can have experiences at Supper Club that usually are reserved for Las Vegas and New York and Paris and Abu Dhabi. Like, that's here in Baton Rouge. But the thing you got to remember as well, if you want to go to Supper Club and have the best steak of your life and have a few appetizers, a dessert, bottle of wine, you can do it as affordably as any other restaurant in town. But the experience at Supper Club is unmatched. Introduced open seating at the bar, first come, first serve. So if you knock off of work, you want to head by Supper Club, you can walk in without a reservation, see if you can grab a bar stool or a table by the bar as well. Have a great dinner, maybe cocktail, close some business. Book your reservation, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
All right, we continue our coverage. Day number 4 of SEC Football Media Days. Of course, coverage presented to you by FMOL, Our Lady of the Lake, Gorev Business, Parish Construction, and Roofing and Relief Windows. Earlier here on Thursday, Matt Moscona had a chance to sit down with Chris Gordy, the Locked On SEC podcast. We bring you that conversation right now.
Chris Gordy, Locked On SEC. Got a big takeaway yet this week?
I think my favorite moment of the week was Mike Elko when he said, that hey, how do your players, do they rest on their laurels? And he said, no, I show them our trophy case. It's empty. I was like, that's a great line of just realization of, hey, let's be real here. A&M, we haven't won jack. We've been in the conference 15 years and nothing to show for it yet.
Do you think the Aggies are a national championship contender this year, legitimately?
I mean, they're one of the top teams, I think, talent-wise, but I think, at least my prediction, is they're going to take a massive step back.
Okay.
Because I'm not a fan of the Holman Wiggins hire as the OC. When Mike Elko got the job, he's a defensive-minded guy, he said, okay, let's go get a young, bright offensive mind. They go get Colin Klein out of Kansas State, and he was awesome for them. The offense was great. He leaves for the Kansas State head coaching job. They promote within, and Holman Wiggins, nothing against him. He's just an assistant coach lifer. Coached the wide receivers at Alabama for years. He's 46 years old. I just don't think this is the right move to go. This reminds me a lot of last year at South Carolina when Shane Beamer asked Lenore Sellers, hey, who do you want to be the new OC? And he said, oh, Mike Shula, I love him. He's right here on the staff. And so they promoted within. It was an absolute disaster. They go 4-8. I think that is similar with Holman Wiggins. I don't think A&M will go 4-8, but I think maybe, back to Texas 8-4.
Joe Sloan at LSU. I mean, you can make the same argument there, promoting within. Texas is here on Thursday. I think there's sort of this consensus, so it's like Texas, Georgia, Texas, top 2. Are you in that camp?
I think so. I mean, that's kind of the easy one. I mean, look, Kirby has earned it. I mean, since 2021, he's, I think, 65-7. So, I mean, you can't go against Kirby Smart and what Georgia's done. I think the easy bet is they go 10-2. They're playing in Atlanta. The Texas one is the interesting one because, look, they've used the words all in all offseason at Texas. We are all in. They're all in. They fire their DC. They bring in Will Muschamp. They clear out the entire running back room, bring in 2 big running backs in Raleigh Brown and Hollywood Smothers. All in is Arch Manning. This might be our last year with him. So Texas is all in. The problem is the schedule. It is absolutely brutal. And so it's one of those seasons where it's like Texas can be awesome and everything can be great. Arch can be a Heisman candidate and all that. And they could still go 9-3 because the schedule is so brutal. So I get it. Texas is probably the easy pick because they have put so much money and resources into this thing. But at the end of the day, SEC schedule, a 9-game conference schedule, and Ohio State, it's going to be rough.
Chris Gordy, Locked On SEC. What team here aren't we talking enough about?
I heard Roman Harper say Oklahoma. I think that's a very interesting one. I've got a chance to talk to John Mateer at the Manning Passing Academy a few weeks ago. Talked about changing his throwing motion. Said the broken thumb completely changed things last year. I watched him throw. It's a much tighter, more compact. I mean, that ball is coming out. The release is so much quicker. I'd say that because we know the defense is going to be awesome. Brent Venables always has great defenses. They got tons of dudes everywhere on that defense. So if the offense can catch up to the defense, Oklahoma is going to be a problem for a lot of people. The schedule's tough again, but it was tough last year. And with a broken thumb, they went 10-2 and made the playoffs. So if Mateer is much better and they put weapons around him, they have Isaiah Satania back, they bring in Parker Livingston and Trell Harris, I think they could be a problem. They need to run the ball. That's the problem. Oklahoma couldn't run the football last year. They looked a lot like LSU at times trying to run the football. If they can run the football and be more balanced, Oklahoma's a dangerous team.
6 new head coaches in the SEC. Everyone knows it's Golden. Kiffin is the thing everybody talks about. Of the other 4, which coach do you think nailed the offseason? Meaning roster, staff, like who positioned themselves to have the most immediate success?
The goalless experiment is going to be interesting with all the USF guys, because any other time that we would go, USF guys in the SEC, this isn't going to work. But we just saw James Madison guys work at Indiana, and they won a national championship. And so that one's fascinating. But how can you not go with John Summerall in Florida with everything they bring back? The guy was one of the winners of the week here at Media Days. I mean, his infectious energy and everything he brings. You hear John Summerall talk, you go, I want to run through a wall for this guy.
Cursed a few times on stage.
Yeah, he's one of us. You know, like everybody goes, oh, one of us. He's a guy like us. So I think it's Summerall. Jaden Baugh is one of the best running backs in the country. They're going to run the football. They're going to be tough, physical. They've retweaked that offensive line. I love, they've got a ton of dudes back on defense. All about the quarterback to me. Is it Aaron Philo? Is it Tramel Jones? We're going to find that out real soon. But Buster Faulkner calling plays. He's one of the names that came up over the years at Georgia Tech. Like, this is the next big guy. This is the next big, guy that's going to get a big OC job. And so I think Florida is in a really nice spot. They're really, really good at home when they're good. So I think Florida could be that surprise team. Now, people are jumping up and putting them in the top 25. I think that's a little premature, but we'll see.
Last thing is LSU a college football playoff team?
Gosh, man, I've talked to a couple of national people and kind of like just getting the feelers out, and a lot of people kind of lean towards 9-3, and that sucks because you're right there.
Yeah.
And I can predict right now, Matt, you're gonna be doing shows late November. 9-3 LSU, should they have a case? And these idiots in the ballroom up in Dallas trying to decide the fate of all these teams. Well, 11 is more than 9. Yes, we know, but look at the resumes. This is one of the biggest gripes I have. We do it in college basketball. We get together, we say quad 1 wins, quad 2 wins, quad 3 wins. We look at the entire resume. These dopes up in Dallas just go, oh no, 11-1, you're in. 10-2, you're in. And it's like, who did you play? If you have 4 top 25 wins and you're 9-3 and all 3 losses are the top 10 teams, I think that should weigh heavier than a team that went 11-1 in the Big Ten and didn't play anybody ranked or lost to one ranked opponent. So I think they need to do that, but I'm going to lean 9-3 outside looking in for LSU.
I slid him my talking points to make him say that before we started on the college football.
Great minds think alike.
The dopes in a hotel ballroom in suburban Dallas arguing things like game control and defensive efficiency metrics. So, I say self-important dopes.
They don't even take notes. Like they took pictures of them. Like I would be there with notes, a laptop. I'd be watching games and they're just sitting there. Hey, did we order takeout? Is Uber Eats here? That's like all they're doing.
Chinese. What do you go?
I'd go pizza.
Go pizza. Yeah. He's Chris Gordy, locked on SEC. Get subscribed. Thank you.
Hey, Tommy.
Me too, Gordo. Pizza. It's the only. It is the only universally liked food. It's one of my strongest takes. Might get some pizza tonight. We got more to come here on a Thursday edition of AFR, presented by LouisianaSports.net. Before we get to that, a word from Matt on Parish Construction and Roofing.
AFR is brought to you by Parish Restoration. Kill mold, remove odor, other harmful pathogens, commercial or residential. As a matter of fact, Parish Restoration, I love the process, by the way. If you go to the website at parishrestoration.com, you can see videos of their patented non-toxic dry fog treatment. So you see exactly what it looks like. Very cool. But they have fogged, over at Parish Restoration, they fogged one of the largest buildings in the entire state of Louisiana. So it doesn't matter if it's your office building, your church, whatever it may be, school, or your home. They can even fog your car. Maybe your car has a weird odor, musty smell. Maybe you bought a used car from a smoker and you can't get that smoky smell out. This will do it. They'll come while you're at work, fog it by the time you're done with work for the day. Boom, you're back in a clean-smelling, fresh-smelling vehicle. It's Parish Restoration. Learn more at parishrestoration.com. parishrestoration.com. Do business with someone you know. parishrestoration.com.
A ton still to get to here on a Thursday edition of AFR, Day 4 of SEC Football Media Day. Still have to bring you Matt's conversation with Whit Weeks. We'll get to that in about 35 minutes or so from right now. To sit down with Cole Cubelic still to come as well. It was LSU, Mississippi State, Arkansas, and Texas to wrap up day number 4, really to wrap up SEC Football Media Days. So we still have plenty to get to. Right now, we'll grab a break. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll bring you Matt's conversation with J.D. Pickell. That's next here on AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, do what injured people in Louisiana have done for more than 30 years. Call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. 888-8888. It's all 8s. 888-8888. I don't even need to give you the area code because no matter where you are in the state, it doesn't matter. Just dial 888-8888 for Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Gordon does an awesome job, man. He's a great person. They've been so invested in our communities with all the charitable and service work that they do. They give back into the communities that they represent, no matter what time of year. If it's the bike giveaway for kids around Christmas time, if it's the laptop giveaway around back to school time, if it's the charitable work they do during October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they're always involved in the community. We tell you all the time, of course, about the G team and what Gordon's done with NIL and the opportunities that he's afforded student athletes. Just a great, great community partner. If you've been injured, you need representation, go to getgordon.com. That's getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead,
You've been 40 your whole time here if they ask you to.
They've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
J.D. Pickell, who is the team this week that maybe you were thinking less of when you got here that you think more of now?
That's a great question, man. You know who seemed so relaxed was Josh Heupel. And if I had a quarterback battle between a teenager and a guy that's been in our system for 1 year, I'd probably be a little bit more on edge, but I've always gone back to when we had it in Nashville. Saban walks in, and he's got a quarterback battle going on his own. He just seemed like so chill and relaxed, like more relaxed than we'd ever seen him. Now, maybe that was because he was a year away from retiring, who knows? But I remember like just how chill he was and the way that quarterback battle turned out, and Bama wins the SEC that year. Could be nothing, but Josh Heupel with the Turks and Caicos tan had me thinking maybe they're a little bit more of a dark horse in this mix than you think right now.
The Turks and Caicos tan, and also it contrasts the orange, which accentuates the tan even more.
It's a good, also about to land a 5-star running back at that point in time, so maybe it's just like the tan, David Gabriel Georges, feel good about the quarterback battle. It's just a concoction of good vibes out of Josh Heupel.
So I think there's 8 teams that their fan bases think they're going to make the playoffs.
Sure.
It's Texas, Georgia, Bama, Ole Miss, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They've either been there last year, Tennessee was there 2 years ago, like expecting to get back, whatever. Which of those programs' fan bases do you think are being set up for a massive disappointment this year? Because 8 aren't getting it.
Right. I think Ole Miss and the formula they had last year for success, it was magical, it was fun. Trey'Dez Chambliss right now I think is the best quarterback in the SEC going into the year. However, I mean, Matt, you know those one-score games, when they go your way, it's awesome, and you celebrate and you say we got a great culture, we don't flinch, but like year over year, you don't get to take that culture with you, you don't get to take that magic with you, and so I lean a lot towards Ole Miss being like a 8-4 team rather than 10-2. It's not just because I'm sitting down with you on Baton Rouge airwaves, yeah, I think Ole Miss, good team, believe in Pete Golding, but I think 8-4 is a lot more close to what they'll be.
Well, we're also talking about a 9-game schedule, and the margin is so slim. I think we have that conversation a lot, JD, about LSU as well. I think the consensus when I talk to people is people will say, wouldn't be surprised they're 10-2.
Yeah.
Team going 8-4.
Yeah.
So where do you fall on Lane Kiffin's squad?
I fall closer to 10-2. The comp I've used a couple times, Matt, is, I mean, you being a father yourself, you've put together your fair share of furniture or toys for your kids, and like the instructions say, hey, this will take 30 minutes. Cool. Sit down. 2 hours later, you're like, there's a million pieces. The instructions lied to me. Half of them are in German. Like, this is a whole mess.
Yeah, by that point, I've broken something. I've thrown it against the wall, and I've just said, screw it, I'm done.
I'm crying. Like, it's a bad deal. However, the second time you do it, a little bit quicker, a little more true to form of the instructions. This is Lane Kiffin's like second or third IKEA chair he's put together via the transfer portal, all these new pieces. And so I say that to say the roster's pretty. The roster's pretty, okay. And you got a guy who's had experience with all new pieces putting it together. And so I have a lot of confidence that it will be an expedited learning curve for Kiffin and that staff with all those new portal pieces.
JD Pickell on 3. How many have you settled on how many make the playoff thing from the SEC?
Yeah, I guess, I always wait till SEC Media Days is over to settle into it. I think it's 5, man. I really do. I think it's 5, and I think it's
You're
Georgia.
not moved by the 9-game schedule.
I'm not.
Okay.
I think it'll be a bloodbath. I think there'll be some 9-3s in there saying let us in, and the committee saying no, you have a third loss. We don't let 3 loss teams in. Here we go. I think it's Texas, Georgia, A&M, LSU, and Oklahoma. So no Bama in there, no Ole Miss in there. I think that those are the teams. I don't think anybody gets out unbeaten, but I do think we get 5 in from the SEC.
2 years ago, there was no coaching changes. So last year at SEC Media Days, there were no new coaches.
Yeah.
This year there's 6.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Lane Kiffin was already in the league, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
Who's not here next year?
Ooh, gosh. Man, I love Shane Beamer. I think South Carolina's going to be frisky, but I wonder, I'm really curious to see what the threshold is for success at South Carolina that's acceptable. Because even if they overachieve and they make a bowl game, like, does that save your job? I don't know. So I think he's probably the leader in the clubhouse for that discussion. But, man, I would hate that. For us in the media, I would hate that Shane Beamer is just, he's been the best for us at least. We'll see.
Is I mean, South Carolina had they were almost a playoff. They gagged away a playoff shot 2 years ago, and then last year just face planted with all the expectation. You get Sellers back, even splitting the difference between 9 and 4. If you end up at 7 wins, is that enough for him to keep his job?
Yeah, I don't know.
Think the other one I would have said would have been DeBoer if he loses 4 again this year. But they gave him the contract extension.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
I guess you say, okay, there was improvement from year 1 to year 2. I want to talk about another team really quick with you that I think is kind of, and we'd all be a little bit surprised if he wasn't here next year. Are we sure that Steve Sarkisian is going to be at Texas this time next year?
Are you one that believes he's going to go to the NFL?
I believe he could go to the NFL, yeah. Okay. I think also, even if they don't win the national championship, you get this sentiment from him, this is our best team, which you're telling me it's your best team, which makes me think, okay, so it's your best shot to win a national championship. Mm-hmm. Matt, what do you do after you take your best shot? You say, I took my shot, that was great, chips fall where they may. Do you run it back and take not your best? Do you take your second best shot, third best shot? At that point, I wonder if Steve Sarkisian feels like, hey, I brought Texas back to where it's supposed to be in the world of college football. Made the semis 2 of the last 3 years. I am leaving this place better than when I found that we were losing to Kansas. I wonder if he's like, I have earned the right to try my hand at the NFL. And Arch, maybe if he goes pro and I'm in a spot where I could draft him to be my guy next year, is that appealing? I don't know.
Do you like boring non-Twitter Lane Kiffin or kick the anthill Lane Kiffin?
Kick the anthill Lane Kiffin.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
I think so.
Lane, get back on social media.
Get on there.
Enough of your Zen stuff.
You won. You proved Knox wrong. Now you come on back, drop the Twitter fingers. Is there a point where you say, I did it, I crossed the finish line, or does he have to turn in his account forever here to make Knox happy?
I think we're there.
I think so,
point
too.
proven. JD Pickell, thanks, man.
Matt, you're the best. Appreciate you, brother.
It is so easy for me to endorse Hancock Whitney Bank because I have literally been a Hancock Whitney client for as long as I've had a checking account. And one of the things that I love is their mobile app, and it's super easy to use. They actually just recently updated the app. It's basically your own financial center. I can log in with my facial ID, which is cool. It's basically my own financial center. I can track my checking and my savings accounts. Obviously, mobile check deposit, but I can also track things like my net worth, my spending. You can actually budget in the app as well. It's super easy to use. It's the Hancock Whitney mobile app. Just another reason why I love my bank, Hancock Whitney Bank, which, of course, is the official bank of the New Orleans Saints and of the LSU Tigers. And you can become a card-carrying fan with awesome Saints or LSU debit cards. I've had the Saints debit card for years. You can get yours. Start today by logging on to HancockWhitney.com/Matt. That's HancockWhitney.com/Matt. My name, HancockWhitney.com/Matt.
That was Matt's conversation with JD Pickell earlier here from day 4 of SEC Football Media Days. We have to grab a break here before we can get to the conversation with Brian Hadad. But it's interesting listening to JD talk about teams from the SEC who are going to make the college football playoff, who's going to be left out. And Matt saying, there's 8 teams that believe that. And JD pointed to Ole Miss, and I agree. I think that's a given. The turnover on your offensive staff, it's too much. Your schedule is much more difficult than it was a year ago. Those are all things that factored into Ole Miss. And look, they had a great season. They were a really good team. But yes, I am not nearly as sold on Texas A&M as just a team that's going to go into the playoff. Talk about turnover offensively. You lose 4 starters on the offensive line. The one you return is your center, and that's important. You still have your battery with center and Marcel Reed, but Colin Klein is gone. Holman Wiggins is your offensive coordinator. He's never called plays. That matters. That has to matter, and it does. And I think you will see that it will matter for Texas A&M. You look at their schedule, it's not a complete gauntlet, but it's not super easy. I mean, they're going to start 3-0. They're going to be 3-0 heading into the road trip to LSU. And they skunked LSU in Tiger Stadium a year ago. You win that one, it changes the math for you if you're Texas A&M. But if you lose, you'll win your next 3 after that against Arkansas, at Missouri, and against the Citadel. But then you set up at Bama, at South Carolina, back-to-back road games. Figure you split those. That's the second loss. Tennessee late. It'll be interesting to see what Tennessee is with Josh Heupel and things of that nature, and a new quarterback. Obviously, there McIntyre. How does that actually go for Tennessee? I think they're probably more of an 8-4 team as well. But they closed the season at Oklahoma and then the game against Texas. Like, there's a world where Texas A&M enters November with 2 losses and you have no room for error and you close the season at Oklahoma at home against Texas. You could split those games. You could lose both those games. Either of that scenario keeps you out of the playoff. And I think with all the turnover on the offensive line, with a new play caller after you saw Marcel Reed really flourish under Colin Klein. And look, it wasn't perfect, obviously, for Marcel Reed there. There's still things he needs to go. You've heard all week people talk about his decision-making and how that needs to be better. But you have a dynamic player there who's far from a finished product, and there's a lot of turnover in front of him on the offensive line and now with a play caller. I think we're going to look back come October, November, and realize, man, that mattered a whole lot for Texas A&M, maybe more than people are factoring in here in July. I'm not sold on, like, if I had to pick out of that group, I would tell you, yes, he could get 5, but the 3 that I look at and I go, yeah, I'm not counting on them being there, are Alabama, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss. And then we'll see how the 9-game schedule impacts everything else. All right, look, I'm not sold out. I think LSU is going to go 9-3, which tells you that I think they're, with the way the committee goes, probably going to be on the outside looking in. But the schedules for a lot of these teams that we're talking about on being on the fringe, it's the great unknown before the season is how that 9th game really impacts things. It's going to be fascinating to watch. All right, we'll grab a break, come back on the other side. Mississippi State took their turn at SEC Football Media Days here on Thursday. We already heard from their quarterback, Kamario Taylor. Next, Matt visits with Brian Hadad to talk some Bulldogs. Stick around.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Yes, hormone replacement therapy. Yes, NAD+. Yes, BPC 157. Yes, ED treatment. The bottom line is, gentlemen, I don't care how old you are. It's about how old you feel, and do you want to feel like you did when you were younger? Do you want to live a more vital life? Do you want to live a more energetic life where you wake up in the morning, your feet hit the floor, and you're rip-roaring ready to go, where you're motivated to get in the gym, where you have a great libido, where you have great mindset, energy, mental clarity, memory, all that sort of stuff? It's possible. It's affordable. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness can help you do it. Hormone replacement therapy could be a giant part of that for you. NAD Plus can literally help your cellular optimization to make you younger at a cellular level. BPC 157, tremendous in helping in recovery. Learn more. yourgoodwood.com.
Raising Cane's is raising $1 million on National Chicken Finger Day for Chuck's charity, Kickstart Kids. Join us July 27th and help us continue Chuck Norris's legacy.
Chuck was a personal friend of Todd and the brand, and I know this would have meant the world to him.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
People think it's all about game day. Let's go! But the real work happens in the off season.
Spring practices, early lifts,
Extra reps. And we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FMOL Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
so we can do what we do best.
We trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
Bayou Ford is taking $13,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ford F-150 trucks.
Plus the complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Community sailing is all about getting people in the New Orleans area out on boats, out on Lake Pontchartrain. Gulf Coast Bank helps us provide opportunities to get folks out who might not otherwise have the financial means to come sailing. Auctions in August is an online fundraiser that helps nonprofits like us service the community. Bidding through Auctions in August is a lot of fun because there's so many different items. There's something for everyone, so you're sure to find something that relates directly to you.
If you're looking for work, look no further than River Parish Contractors. So many reasons to go to work with my friends at River Parish Contractors. Look, first and foremost, overtime. If you want to work overtime, you can work as much overtime as you possibly want at River Parish Contractors. They got it. You can have it. You want to work day shifts or night shifts? You can do that. You want to work night shift when it's cooler? Great. River Parish Contractors. All of PTO, great benefits. All of the work is local as well. So one of the things they love to say at River Parish Contractors is you will be at home with your family every night for dinner. You want to go watch your kids' ball games? You can do that when you work at River Parish Contractors. From Chalmette to Baton Rouge, of course, the shop is right there in Reserve. You can always learn more at rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. Check out the careers page right now at River Parish Contractors, online at rpcontractors.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
Brian Hadad, Super Talk Mississippi. State goes today. Mm-hmm. It's always interesting because I feel like we just forget about State, but I also think that State maybe has earned a bit more respect than saying, oh, they're going to finish last, because they rarely ever do. Mm-hmm. What about this Jeff Levy team? Is this a team that we should be talking more about?
It just depends on how good that quarterback position is going to be. They've got a physical guy there, an athlete, a specimen, whatever you want to call him, in Kamario Taylor, that could elevate this program. It's really hard to be bad when you have a star quarterback. He can elevate everything else, and I think they've got that in Kamario Taylor. I think they're going to improve their defense, bringing Zach Arnett back. Yeah. And then on the offensive line, if they're better there, this can be a team that maybe they're not going to be a college football playoff team. They're certainly not a championship contender. But can they be a top 25 team that teams don't want to play? They can absolutely be that.
Okay, is it weird having Zach Arnett back?
I just did an interview with TexAgs. They asked me the exact same question. It's not. Okay. I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but he did a year at Ole Miss on Pete Golding's staff as an analyst. He kept his home in Starkville. He commuted. Okay. He loves being in Starkville. Okay. I think people see Arnett and they're like, this is a guy who we know will improve Mississippi State's defense, so welcome back. They're happy to have him in Starkville.
Okay. I remember it was the year, obviously after Mike Leach passed, I think it was the year we were in Nashville for media days.
Right.
And I had a chance to sit down one-on-one with Zach. And normally, when you're a head coach in the SEC, there's sort of this personalities, maybe an effervescence, something magnetic, and he's not that.
No,
he's not that. So is it maybe a situation where he's just going to be a better coordinator lifer?
I think that he could be a head coach down the road, but he was not ready in the moment that he was given there. Like, I've talked to Zach Arnett many times as a defensive coordinator. I don't know if I can say this word. He's a ball buster. Yeah. He makes jokes. He's fun.
T-Bob was on our station.
Yeah.
Say what you
God, I go way deep on that one. Anyway, as a head
coach,
T-Bob
wasn't here for you to hear you say that.
As a head coach, he was not the same guy. It was almost like he was trying to play the role of a head coach, and a bad one at that, and it just wasn't his personality. And I noticed it several times. I was like, somebody has gotten in his ear and said, you've got to do this. I think if they had just let him be him, he might have been more successful, but they didn't, and it worked out the way it did.
Brian Hadad is with us. LSU plays Mississippi State after
early game.
2-year hiatus, though. I remind people all the time, like, for all the rivals that LSU has, the game LSU has played more than any other in its football history is Mississippi State. So how big of a deal is it for the state program fan base to have LSU back on the schedule, or is it?
Before Jackie Sherrill, who was just miserable against LSU in his career there, that rivalry was actually relatively close.
And John Bond won a bunch of games in the 80s. I mean,
yeah, and still hated in the state of Louisiana. I think Mississippi State fans, it's a program you want to beat, especially now that Lane's there. You'd like to finally have some success against Lane Kiffin. You got a lot of Mississippi people in South Mississippi that are LSU fans, so you have a lot of people. You see LSU fans. A lot of my people know this about me. Half of my family went to LSU, so it's very personal to me as it is. It's a game. I mean, if Mississippi State could go to Tiger Stadium and win, what would that mean for this program this year? Yeah. That would be a huge statement victory. So for me, I look at it as Mississippi State beating LSU. It's no different than beating Alabama or beating Georgia if you can do it. It's a statement win against one of the top programs in the conference, and it's a great thing on your resume.
I should know this off the top of my head, but LSU had roughly, 50 players transfer out of the program. somebody from LSU landed at State. Wasn't it? It was an offensive lineman. Tyler Miller, the offensive lineman.
Yeah, he was from Mississippi.
From Mississippi. Yeah. I knew it was an offensive lineman. All of the offensive linemen except two left. Expectation for Tyler Miller? Is he going to play?
I think he'll be a depth guy this year.
Okay.
State, nothing is written in Sharpie for State's offensive line. The whole offseason is about finding 5 guys that can play SEC football, because you didn't have 5 guys who could play SEC football last year. Could Miller be one of those guys? Sure. Highly recruited guy out of Laurel. State would have loved to have gotten him, following Charles Cross from Laurel. Goes to LSU. I've said it's like State signed 3 offensive linemen in the transfer portal. If they had signed them as high schoolers, State fans would be like, this is the best offensive line class in history. A year later, it's like, well, how good are they? I think they'll be just fine. I think Tyler Miller has a lot of potential.
Expectations for the Bulldogs this year? Is it go to a bowl game? What is it?
They went to a bowl game last year incredibly at 5-7. 5-8 is a really weird record for college football.
Well, they got into the bowl game because someone opted out.
People opted out, but they got there, and then you'll take it.
I guess I should have played for like 500. Reach bowl.
The expectation is for Levy to have a winning season.
Okay.
To be 7-5. If that's what Mississippi State fans want, he's got some great pieces in place. He's got enough talent to do that. If he doesn't do that, we're going to have a hard conversation in November. If not, if he's 7-5, he's fine. 6-6 or worse, and it's going to be like, what are we doing here?
Is 7-5 doable?
It is, but they're going to have to play well.
Where's the make or break on the schedule? Stretch.
It's in November when they play. They have back-to-back home games with Auburn and Vanderbilt. They need to be able to win both of those games, if we're being honest. They need to win their first 4. Their schedule is so weird, Matt. First 4 games are ULM, at Minnesota. That's not a gimme. At South Carolina, certainly not a gimme. Missouri at home. The next 4 games are Alabama, at LSU, Oklahoma, at Texas. So you're probably going 0-4 in there.
0-4 in that stretch.
You got to find your 7 wins somewhere else.
Wow. It's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough.
But it's the thing. This
is the conference.
It's not easy for anyone in the SEC.
Right.
And I think what's revealing itself this week is how much impact the 9th game has. Because normally somewhere where you'd have a breather, it's another SEC team.
State basically traded a home game with Troy for a home game with Alabama. That's basically what happened here.
And that's how 7-5 becomes really difficult.
Yeah, and whereas 8-4 could have been a possibility.
Brian also hosts Thunder and Lightning podcasts. Big Mississippi State baseball guy. I mean, Bulldogs had a nice season. I was talking to a scout before last year who said State will be they're going to be good, but they're a year away, and then next year they should be the favorite to win the national championship. Yeah. So, do you think the Bulldogs are a national title contender next year?
Yes, with the pitching staff. I mean, they brought back their entire pitching staff. They bring back Tomas Valinkas. State may have the SEC pitcher and player of the year with Tomas Valinkas and Jacob Parker. Ryan McPherson back, Duke Stone back, Jack Bauer, who we saw last year. The
24, great show.
Great show. Well, he's named after him. He's number 24. And he throws 103 miles an hour when he wants to. So, yes, Mississippi State will be right there in the race for the national title.
The man who introduced me to thick cut bacon.
That's right.
At Kevin Rathbun's in Atlanta years ago. Thank you, dude.
Bye, Bob.
Always a pleasure to tell you about our friends at the Williamson Eye Center. Check them out online at williamsoneye.com. They've got locations all over the greater Baton Rouge area. On the Baton Rouge General Campus, I mean, you turn off a Bluebonnet onto Picardy, you make that right. And then right there at the stop sign, the building on the right, the first 2 floors, that's the Williamson Eye Center. State-of-the-art dry eye center, and it's full service. Of course, they have their state-of-the-art surgery center there where you can have your LASIK or whatever surgical procedure you're having. But they have your standard annual eye exam as well at the Williamson Eye Center. Learn more at williamsoneye.com. The thing I tell you every day is take the advice that I was given and change your life. To give yourself the gift of sight is absolutely incredible. If you're someone like me who spent your life with contacts or glasses, there is a way to be done with it forever. williamsoneye.com. Go see Dr. Blake Williamson for that free consultation. 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com for the Williamson Eye Center.
Thanks to Brian Hadad for joining Matt earlier here on Thursday in Tampa. Of course, our coverage from SEC Football Media Days brought to you all week by FMOL, Our Lady of the Lake, Parish Construction and Roofing, Rev Business, and, of course, Relief Windows, great sponsor here on After Further Review as well. I thought Jeff Levy was a fascinating listen actually today at SEC Football Media Days. That's a guy who's going into year 3 at Mississippi State, and he loves his team. And you'd say, well, of course he loves his team. No coach is going to come there and be like, oh, we're going to be bad. but you can tell which coaches are a little bit more apprehensive. Like John Summerall, he's not sold on his team yet. Like he flat out said, dude, we have a lot of work to do. We're not trying to temper expectations, but we have a lot of work and a long way to go. Jeff Lebby loves his quarterback. He couldn't be higher on bringing Zach Arnett back to run the defense. And he loves the progression of their offensive line up front. It's been a long road for them there. The problem is their schedule. I mean, just look at October. Mississippi State's October, home against Bama, at LSU, home against Oklahoma, at Texas. They're going to go 0-4 right there. You can only afford 2 more losses if you're going to get to bowl eligibility. They feel like a team that could very well be a lot better, like a tough out, and be a lot better than their record indicates at the end of the season. Jeff Lebby was really, really high on his team today at SEC Media Days. All right, we'll grab a break, come back on the other side. SportsCenter will get you caught up on national headlines. We flip it back to LSU. After SportsCenter, we'll lead off hour number 3 with Matt's interview from earlier today with LSU linebacker Whit Weeks. They talked for about 15 minutes, did Matt and Weeks. You won't want to miss that. It's next to kick off hour number 3 of AFR. Stick around.
AFR.
We're running about First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit, firstsouthfarmcredit.com, firstsouthfarmcredit.com. Hey, remember, always encourage you to go to the website, firstsouthfarmcredit.com. If you're a farmer, no doubt you know about First South Farm Credit because they've been helping farmers buy agriculture land for more than 100 years. But if it's maybe it's that hunting property, maybe it's just your recreational property in Mississippi, maybe you want to go buy a ranch in Montana. They can help you buy land anywhere in the lower 48. Buying land is different than buying a home. You know that. So trust the people who have helped Louisianans buy land for more than 100 years. First South Farm Credit. Go to firstsouthfarmcredit.com, firstsouthfarmcredit.com. One more time, firstsouthfarmcredit.com. Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 2025 Jeep Wrangler with $18,000 off MSRP.
$18,000 off Jeep Wrangler plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Eagle 98.1, the rock station. Home of the Woody Show in the morning. Scotty Mack with Rock at Work. Michelle Southern with Southern Rock. Home of LSU sports since 1998. And rock for Baton Rouge since 1985. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. To join our VIP fan club, text ROCK to 225-499-9898. Eagle 98.1, the rock station.
Are you ready for an internet experience that actually keeps up with you? Then you're ready to step into a new kind of reliability with Rev Fiber. When your internet works, the possibilities open up, and suddenly everything feels more connected, just the way it should be. Seamless enough to keep up with every swipe and every click, anywhere you are. So leave the buffering behind. 100% fiber, 0% runaround, where support is still personal. Rev Fiber. Visit revfiber.com.
People think it's all about game day, but the real work happens in the off season, and we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FML Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
We trust the lake.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
After further review, here on a Thursday, day 4 of SEC Football Media Days. We'll get you back out to Tampa here momentarily. LSU took their turn. Of course, Matt had a chance to sit down with LSU linebacker Whit Weeks. We bring you that conversation right now.
LSU senior linebacker Whit Weeks joining us from Radio Row. Senior linebacker.
No, man.
Dude, you're the old guy now.
It's crazy. It's flown by.
Do you give any thought to that? Like how this has to feel like it went quickly.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you get here as a freshman, all the senior are like, dude, you blink your eye and you're a senior, and you never believe them. And now that I'm a senior, I'm like, oh my gosh, it really feels like I just blinked my eye, and now we're here.
Also, this will be your first year at LSU without West.
Right.
Is that weird?
It's so weird. I mean, we've been living together since I got here, so now to not have him in the house, it's so weird.
So
weird.
Does Zach live with you?
He does. Zach moved in.
So just the two of you, or you got a third?
Just the two of us.
So wait, so what did Zach do last year?
He was in the dorm. The dorm. Freshmen have to live in the dorm.
What?
Yeah.
Freshmen have to live in the dorm?
Yeah.
For an NIL era, I'd be like, Coach, I appreciate the opportunity to live in the dorm, but I think
that may have been a rule when I was a freshman, but I don't know how many of them are living in the dorms anymore.
The cars in the parking lot have gotten a lot nicer as well.
Have they?
Okay, who's got the showstopper?
Well,
you can say you, huh?
Just no, not me. Seton just got rid of his Maybach, so I would have said the Maybach. Yeah, crazy. I mean, but he just got rid of it last week, and actually he's still up there because now we got like a black Cybertruck that it's clean, so he's up there. I mean, it feels like every single receiver has one of those little Mercedes AMGs, so those are pretty sweet too. Oh, Sam's got a nice car too. He is an AMG, but it's like it's like the smaller version. I'm not a car guy, so I don't really know, but like His is cool, and it's like a burnt orange color. It's cool.
Burnt orange.
Yeah.
You can't go burnt orange when you're the LSU quarterback.
Maybe it's not burnt orange. It's not Texas orange, so it's not burnt orange. It's like
Tennessee orange. That's not good either.
That'd be a terrible color.
That'd be terrible.
It's almost kind of like that. Yeah, I guess it is kind of a little Texas orange. Yeah. Dang.
He's pointing to like the step and repeat next to us. What did you get asked the most today? Because this is the end of the day for you. What did you get asked the most?
Probably Coach Baker coming back, defensive goals, personal goals, a little bit about Landry, a little bit about cooking. Those are probably the majority.
Cooking? What about cooking?
About our little chef show that we got. Our little we're making some videos, like cooking videos.
So it's all like on social stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you like to cook?
Me personally, steak, rice, and green beans. That's my go-to. It's easy after you get home. Like it's simple, but like Landry will come and like she'll go to the grocery store and she'll whip up something crazy, and I just kind of help her out a little bit. But she's the chef.
All right, what's your favorite cut of steak?
I like to switch it up because I eat so much steak.
Okay.
I can't pick one because I'll switch it up from a strip to a ribeye to a fillet. That's kind of like the three I keep in rotation. So I'm not eating the same cut.
Yeah. That's
every
okay.
single day because I eat a steak a day.
How do you prepare it?
Medium rare. In the skillet, I just kind of, it's easy.
You never go grill?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I used to, and then one football season I left my grill sitting too long and it got a little gross. So I can't fire it up no more.
Whit Weeks is our guest. One of the things that was interesting about watching y'all in spring, I think you might have even talked about this with us, was the tempo, right? That going against the tempo every day from Lane's offense. But you kind of ramped up in spring. So do you feel like you got a good gauge of do you even really need spring? I mean, as a senior, like, do you need spring football as a senior?
Mentally, no. I think because I know, and also, I mean, physically I couldn't do it because I was coming off of surgery, getting my ankle back, right? So physically I couldn't do it, but I think mentally it's good to kind of like just take that step back and really like what I was trying to do is I'm not watching the defense during the spring. I'm watching the offense, trying to pick up on offensive tendencies. So I feel like that's kind of the next step that I wanted to evolve in my game. Is I feel like last year I really learned the run game very well. I can see any picture, a box picture, and I know exactly what you're running based on what you're showing me. But at the pass game, I had no idea. I just pass, I'm dropping back. I could kind of read a couple things like two's on the ball, probably getting a little Taiwan to the boundary, like certain things like that. But I didn't understand the full picture of what an offense was trying to throw at you and where the quarterback's like his 1 to 2 to 3 read, because that matters. Because if you're guarding this guy, but he's his fourth read, why would you even lean heavy towards him when he's really trying to attack the boundary hash? So in certain techniques, I'm turning and sprinting back to the hash now, picking off balls that I wouldn't have picked off last year.
So like we think we're getting a few picks this year.
Yeah.
How many?
I'll be happy with 3.
All right, we're clipping it. We're clipping
Give
it.
me 3 picks this year.
3 picks. I love that. But you said like because you physically couldn't do it, and we were chatting earlier in the other room, and you were saying this is the first time you felt healthy since you were a sophomore. Go back to you got hurt in the Ole Miss game,
right?
This past year,
right?
And it was the end. It was like the very end of the game,
right? Last drive.
Okay, walk me through what I'm going to go sequence here, but walk me through what happened.
Okay, I'll give you the whole rundown.
Yeah.
So the play happens. I'm on an O-line. Trey'Dez rolling out. I think it was either Trey'Dez or Keywan. Can't really remember which one it was, but I like rip off the block and try to dive to make the tackle. And I'm on my belly on the ground and my legs up in the air behind me. And the O-lineman that I ripped off of fell on top of my ankle. So all that pressure went right on the ankle that I had surgery on. And I felt it immediately. Like something did not feel right. So I'm like, holy smokes. I go into the tent and I'm like, golly, like something's not right. But I just think it's the previous injury that's acting up a little bit. Like that's all I thought it was. I didn't think I broke my ankle again. And I'm in the tent and I'm like, holy smokes. Like, let's see if I can walk. Kind of hop down, jump around. Adrenaline is pumping. So I can't really feel nothing. And then, run back out there. And as I'm running on the field, I'm like, golly, like something's not right. Like I can't even run. So then if you really watch that game, the last like 4 plays of the game, like, thank goodness they didn't run the ball my way because I could not run. I couldn't move. And I remember getting back to the locker room after that game. It was emotional. We lost a big one. Kind of just trying to rally the troops, like kind of trying to keep the hopes up, give them a little speech, keep the hopes up. But then I go back and I'm taking my pads off and I'm on the training room table. and I hopped down. And when my ankle hit the ground, I was like, felt like a knife was going into my ankle. And I was like, holy smokes. Like, and I still just thought something's acting up with my previous surgery. Like at this point, it just is what it is. Gonna have to deal with it. So then we go into the off week, and I take that week off. Don't do anything that week. Don't even I don't run, nothing. And I actually, matter of fact, don't practice again until the following Thursday before South Carolina, because they knew something was not right. So I didn't practice Tuesday, didn't practice Wednesday. I do a walk through Thursday, get just studying film, just, mentally preparing for South Carolina. Cause I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to gut this one out. Like, it is what it is at this point. Like, I'm just banged up, keep going. Played the South Carolina game.
Which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah. So I remember at halftime of that game, I went into halftime and I was like, I can't even move out there. But I was still playing good ball. So I was like, I'm not gonna take myself out, because I'm playing good enough to where I'm not hurting the team by being out there. And I remember trying to come out for halftime after that game, and I couldn't warm up because I couldn't walk, I couldn't run. I was like, holy smokes, I literally cannot. So I told Coach Baker, I was like, dude, like, I can't go. Like, I can't go the second half. He's like, yeah, I figured, because we knew something was wrong. Yeah. So we were trying to just go as long as I could, and I couldn't warm up after half. And I remember sitting on the sideline for that first drive, and I can't remember exactly which drive it was, but they started driving the ball a little bit, and I was like, you know what, if I go out there, my adrenaline's going to be flying, and I'm not going to feel it if I'm out there. But sitting on the sideline, I could feel it. So I was like, screw it, and I just didn't even tell Coach Baker. I just ran on the field. I was like, Devon, come on, like I'm good. Screw it, I'm going. So I ended up finishing that game, and then I think it was Monday, or it was Tuesday, because we were practicing. And at this point I was like, something's wrong. I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't stand up and take a shower. I was like, my ankle, I couldn't stand up for longer than 2 or 3 minutes. And I was like, something's not right. Like, I got to go get this checked out. So I went and told him, and I was like, Coach Baker, I'm probably down this week. And that was
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it was Vanderbilt. I was like, I've tried to do everything I can do. And I physically, I can't even hardly get out of bed. And sure enough, they went and I got an MRI on it. Sure enough, had broken Taylor head in my ankle.
What's a Taylor head?
It's like the way they described it to me, these are your 2 leg bones, the one that sits right here. So when the O-lineman fell on me and my foot went down, he said, all that pressure just kind of crushed the bone, and it just kind of cracked right down the middle. So that's what ended up happening then. And I was like, all right, 4 weeks and I'll be back. We have an off week, 4 weeks. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna come back for Arkansas. I think it was either Arkansas or Alabama, whoever we played first.
It was Alabama was after the bye.
Okay, so I was gonna come back for Alabama, and I practiced on Wednesday, and I couldn't even move. And I was like, it's not I'm just gonna hurt the team if I'm out there. Can't move, so didn't go that week. Tried to go again against Arkansas. Practiced on Wednesday, couldn't do it again. So then finally against Western Kentucky, that was when I was like, okay, this is the only time me, West, and Zach can all play together.
Right.
So I was like, I practiced. I did a walkthrough on Thursday just to be ready to go play, because I was like, I'm not gonna remember the pain. I'm gonna remember playing with my brothers.
Yeah.
So and Coach Baker told me, he's like, this is the week that we're gonna do it. If you come back, I'm gonna put you on the game. And I was like, all right, you're gonna have to do it early. I probably only have a drive or 2 in me. So I ended up playing 10 snaps that game, and 7 of them were with my brothers. So that was awesome for me.
It was worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it for sure. And then tried to come back then I played against Oklahoma, played the majority of that game, but golly, I just couldn't move. It was like I was on one leg.
So when did you start? Did you feel great now?
Yeah.
When did you start feeling great again?
May. The beginning of May, I really started. So
after spring.
Yeah. After spring. During spring, so I got it cleaned up in January. Went in there, did some stuff, kind of got some stuff cleaned up, cut out of there. And that's what I was recovering for this spring. And really I tell people, it's I got a new ankle right now. I truly and just even not even playing football, but just in life. It's good to not just have a random step, be like, oh wow, that doesn't feel good. So it's nice just to not have that lingering.
Yeah, man. It's so fascinating watching you guys this year, just because of all of the different dynamics with Lane coming in and all the expectations surrounding. You said you watched the offense. We're going to wrap up here in a second, but you said you watched the offense in spring. So give me your impressions, senior line. You've seen everything at this point, watching that offense.
I think the hardest thing to defend with this offense is the fact that they'll show you the exact same look, but run something totally different out of it, which is not as common as you think. Like if I'm going into a game week and I'm studying a team and I'm like, okay, if this receiver's 2 yards on the top of the numbers and number 3 over here is cut, I know exactly what we're getting. Whereas with this offense, it's like, okay, I know the play that you ran on Thursday out of this look. You're cut. I know exactly what we're getting. But they run something totally different on Tuesday of the next week. So it's like they get in the same look. So you can never get a tell on them. You can never pick up on what they're about to give you or what route combinations they're about to give you, because they'll give you the exact same look and have 5-6 different plays off of the same look.
What about watching Sam? We didn't get to see much of Sam in the spring.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I know there's like the player workings and practices right now. Like, what do you see from him?
I cannot wait to see that guy play in the fall. I mean, that dude, he's special. Like my career here, I played with a lot of good quarterbacks, Jaden and Nuss. I mean, one of them won the Heisman. And Sam's up there with all of them, like right up there with them. That dude can sling the rock. Me and TJ were talking. We'll be out there, and it's like, dude, like, how did he just throw the ball in that window? Like, how did he just get that past us? Like, it's unbelievable to see. So that dude, I cannot wait to see what he does in the fall, because all it's been is just pass game. Like, you haven't even seen him run yet.
Yeah.
So like once you see a full Sam Levitt like game, I can't wait to see that.
Last year, when you were here last year, I asked Garrett if he loved number 13. It was his dad's number. So if they asked him to wear 18, he said it would be an honor. He'd do it. You've been 40 your whole time here. If they ask you to wear 18, will you?
That'd be a great honor. I know the rich tradition and the history of that number that comes with that. And if they do want to give that to me, that's something that I would wear proudly. But I think the best thing about this team this year really is that we have a couple guys that deserve to wear 18. Really, like, as far as a leadership aspect and what that number truly means, there's a couple guys. Bo Bordelon comes to the top of my mind as a guy who would wear 18, wouldn't really wear it because he's an O-lineman, but he could wear the patch. Yeah. Like, he's a guy who first pops to my mind when you say 18. He's a guy who's from Louisiana, grew up down the bayou, loved LSU his whole life. He's been here for 5 years.
Yeah.
And he's just been a kind of a rotational player his whole career. And that dude works harder than anybody I've ever seen in my life. So to see him kind of get that role as a starter and kind of lock that in and play really good football, like, that's the story. That's an 18 right there to me.
I like you in 40, bro. I'm just going to
I like 40. I like 40.
Oh, he is Whit. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you.
Buying or selling commercial or residential, think real estate, think Darren James. You want an unbelievable customer service experience? You want Darren James. It's part of his core values for Darren and his team. Darren tells me all the time, as long as I've known Darren, he said, my goal one day is to put myself out of business. I want to create such a turnkey, seamless, easy process for people to be able to buy and sell homes that they don't even need me anymore. Well, as Darren continues on that path in the meantime, he's going to help you sell your home. So if you need to sell your home, you want a realtor that quite literally sells more homes than anyone, you want Darren James. Last year, Wall Street Journal is listed the top 1% of realtors in America, Darren James. So need to sell your home fast for the most amount of money? You need Darren James. 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
All right, great conversation between Matt and Whit Weeks there. We're going to grab a break. We'll come back and bring you the conversation with Cole Cubelic. That's next here on AFR.
After further review.
Summer is here. Maybe you're looking to upgrade that ride before the family road trip. Get on by South Point Volkswagen, airline just north of Highland, or online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. Told you for years, they're Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. Maybe you need that full-size family SUV. Make sure you go test drive the Atlas. That's what Erica drives. It's the 3-row, 7-seater family SUV. Tons of space to accommodate our family, all our bags, all the beach stuff as well. Go test drive one today at South Point Volkswagen. Remember, you can shop them online, new and certified pre-owned. So if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, great selection. Say it all the time. They're the largest volume Volkswagen dealer. They move more new inventory, so they have more pre-owned trade-in inventory as well. So make sure you shop their pre-owned vehicles over at South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland or southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction?
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. but our #1 product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
Lockmeyer to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmeyer to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabre Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabreChevrolet.com.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and fill
After further review with Matt Moscona. Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Parish Construction and Roofing.
Hey, if you could have a sport radio station and you could rename it, because most of them grandfathered in, would you go super corny, like sport name, like Zone,
Fan,
Ticket, Fan is big,
yeah.
Or would you just like go totally different off the wall?
I'm a big believer in calling by its name.
The Tiger.
No, I would go with like 145 ESPN Baton Rouge. I mean, there's no mistaking what this is.
Yeah,
right.
Like we're on WJOX. It happens to be Jock like sports, but like those are the call letters of the station.
Was it WJOX before it was a sports station?
That is a very good question. I don't believe so.
Yes, they probably changed the call letters to JOX with the idea of making it a sports station.
It's still better than being like, you know, the Lion.
The Lion? What did you say, the Lion?
I don't know. I'm sure Detroit has a sports station called the Lion. 9-5, the Lion.
Cole Cubelic is joining us here on After Further Review. Hey, you a couple of years ago, you made a statement on this show that resonated with our audience. We played it over and over again. People still reference it when you're talking about LSU's inability to run the ball. And I'm paraphrasing. But you said something to the effect of you have to give them the chance to run the ball.
Correct.
And so they never did it enough to get good. Did I have that about right?
I think one of your listeners actually sent me the statistic that there were, I'm guessing here, but it was somewhere around 17 times in an entire season that the football was handed off on consecutive plays. An entire season, back-to-back plays, the ball was handed to a running back. Like, that can't happen. I'll be honest with you, one of my biggest concerns with Kentucky right now going into the year
is
play calling.
Is Lane Kiffin's offense going to change? Like, I guess the way to say it is,
yes.
I think we agree LSU has got to run the football.
Yeah, his offense will help. His offense can do it in multiple ways. Now, there are different ways to run the football. We've seen some over the last however many years of college football. You can use tempo, pace. You can go fast. He'll use that at times. You can use now formations with. So what Tennessee does to the nth degree, as Mississippi State will to an extent. Lane will use some of that. He'll formation you out of being able to defend the run the way that he wants. You can use the option. Now, not our option phrase, Nebraska, air Krauts, whatever, but option plays, be it RPO, zone read, even uncovered in the slot, quick throws. You can have your quarterback make those decisions via option plays to either run the ball through the air or, again, force you to be defended in a way that's advantageous in the box. Also, some of the ways they will run the football by design, some zone scheme, some gap scheme, don't require you to be Alan Faneca to be successful moving people and running the football. Yeah, I know where I am. I know where I'm on right now. You don't need Will Campbell to just push people in order to run the football. Now, he would love to have there have been more times I have sat with Lane Kiffin over the last 3 or 4 years, and he has voiced his frustration to me about his offensive line not being physical enough. Like, we need to move people. We need to be a little bit tougher. So he wants that. I think it was like all of us, it's hard to find in today's college football. So the cool part about Lane's offense pertains to running the ball. He has multiple ways to circumvent the traditional run game that you and I probably reference more than not, and that is, can we combo this tackle, move him, pick up 4 yards, then go do it again, and then do it 30 times a game.
You think they can do it this year?
Not that way, but the other ways, yeah.
Okay.
They will run the football.
Sam Levitt's got to be a huge component of that.
Yes.
Did you have Levitt Mississippi State, Arizona State game on the call for either of those?
No, I had the Mississippi Arizona game a couple years ago.
Okay.
That was the year Arizona played, I think, Texas in the Alamo had a really good team.
That was this, yeah. I just wonder if you've had an opportunity to see Levitt, your thoughts
I've watched enough film on him to know my favorite aspect of his game that he is a gamer. And so there's no stat I can give you, anything of that nature. But like you talk about the ability to just sort of move the right way, extend play. There are wrong ways to extend plays and there are right ways to extend plays. He very rarely puts himself in more trouble when he extends plays. It's one of my favorite aspects of a quarterback. This is so lame, is throwing the ball away. So many guys just refuse to throw the football away. Like, it's 1st and 10. Throw it away. Can we have 2 more downs? With left more down to pick up the first down. So I think he has a good understanding of position, presential. He's tough. He has that gamer aspect to him. Throws a beautiful deep ball, plenty of arm strength. My only concern, Matt, is that he stays healthy. That's really it. Like, his best availability is being available. And if he is, I think he can flourish in this offense.
Everyone in Cubelic is with us right now on After Further Review. When you look at the schedule, this is what everybody talks about. Just tell me, when you just scroll that, just tell me like what your reaction. I don't pretend to know that you would know all 16 teams' schedules by heart. What do you see on that?
First thing that I see is what most people I think are ignoring, and it's Texas A&M. And it's not because it's Texas A&M. It's because it's after Ole Miss. And I would say the same thing about Ole Miss. I think the biggest game on their schedule is Florida, going to Florida next week.
That's the week after you.
Know it. I know it. We all know it. There's going to be so much mentally, emotionally that are going to go into that game, week 3. Interviews, talk, texts, tickets, all of it.
Yeah.
If you win that game, I actually think the coach that wins that game has a hard time the next week. If Lane wins that game, his staff, all the fans, that team's going to hear how good they are, what a great job that was, how much that one meant until Thursday. And if Ole Miss wins that game, they're going to party till Thursday in Oxford. And then they got to go to Gainesville, which is not an easy trip. And then you get Texas A&M that will attempt to punch you in the face coming the next week. You better be ready for that game. So that's the first thing that sticks out. The other thing that sticks out, put code in here. And I will tell you the other thing that sticks out to me here is, okay, defenses that can be problematic for this offense. All right, Clemson, maybe defensive line. The Ole Miss defense could be a problem for familiarity and a couple other reasons. The Mississippi State defense could be complicated, but Lane did struggle with that group when he was in Oxford very much. Texas is going to be problematic because they can match you with talent. At Tennessee, that late in the season could go one of two ways. Tennessee's healthy, physical, and running the football, and it can be a problem. And it's another, like, let's just complication with him going back to Knoxville. Or Tennessee just beat up because they have a ton of depth, and you should be fine being able to go in there and manage that game. They won't have defense personnel. I don't think the college problems. What I haven't thought of this, but matches on this schedule are not overly difficult. There's a couple teams in this league that I could go through their schedule and say, how are you going to match up with that? How are you going to match? Like, let's say Auburn's schedule, for example. Okay. You go down, and Alex Goldstein pointed this out to me. He said, I went back, he walked down to DJ's office the other day, and I was like, man, I didn't think of how many teams that are going to play at a furious rate offensively that we play this year. This is a problem. Not for DJ. He said it was a problem for me because now I have to take a different mentality into how I'm going to manage my offense, help you on defense. So when do we start scaling back? When do we maybe run the ball when we wouldn't? When do we try to run some clock when we might go fast? He's already starting to think about those things. The matchup on that schedule for LSU, not overly daunting where I look at it and say, man, you don't match up with them well. They're going to be a huge problem there. Now, the other side of that would be defensively. If a spot where you have to be overly aggressive, are there some mobile quarterbacks in there that can maybe take advantage of? Or quick game is another area with Blake Baker's defense that I think at times it can hit you in ways that you don't want it to, but I don't look at it and say, man, these are just some bad matchups for LSU up and down the schedule.
All right, we got to grab a break. We'll come back on the other side of the break, bringing the second half of Matt's conversation with Cole Cubelic from day 4 of SEC Football Media Days in Tampa.
After further review.
Brought to you by Glow Resources. If you are a business owner, if you're an HR manager, a VP, an ops manager, if you're the person in charge of hiring at your job, at your place of business, and you're having trouble finding the right people, you need Glow Resources. And I want to remind you, Glow Resources, they're exceptional when it comes to skilled blue-collar workers and also white-collar divisions. Remember, Glow Resources has a full professional placement division. So we're talking about office administrators, executive-level assistants, assistant controllers, plant managers, scheduling assistants, basically any type of office job. Accounting, HR, marketing, managerial, supervisor roles. If you're having trouble finding those people and sometimes hard to fill roles, Glow Resources specialize. They recruit nationwide. For example, they had a Baton Rouge company that was looking for an engineer. They found the employee in Florida to work the job in California. It's Glow Resources. Check them out online today. glowresources.com.
Raising Cane's is honoring Chuck Norris on National Chicken Finger Day. For every box combo sold on July 27th, Cane's is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation, Kickstart Kids.
People think it's all about game day.
Let's go! But the real work happens in the off season. Spring practices, early lifts,
Extra reps. And we need a healthcare team that works as hard as we do.
At FMOL Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
So we can do what we do best.
We trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
Community sailing is all about getting people in the New Orleans area out on boats, out on Lake Pontchartrain. Gulf Coast Bank helps us provide opportunities to get folks out who might not otherwise have the financial means to come sailing. Auctions in August is an online fundraiser that helps nonprofits like us service the community. Bidding through Auctions in August is a lot of fun because there's so many different items. There's something for everyone, so you're sure to find something that relates directly to you that you'll enjoy bidding on, and you get to help out the community.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and
After further review with Matt Moscona. Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Parish Construction and Roofing.
Hour number 3 of After Further Review rolls on as we get set to wrap up our coverage from the 2026 edition of SEC Football Media Days. We head back out to Tampa for part 2 of Matt's conversation with Cole Cubelic.
6 new coaches in the league. I think is fascinating. LSU is going to face Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas. They're going to face 3 and Ole Miss, 4 the new coaches in the league. Which new coach do you think position themselves best this offseason, meaning roster staff, all the stuff, to have immediate success?
Oh, John Summerall.
Okay.
Well, if you're counting Pete Golding in that,
no,
it's
not
Pete Golding.
Not Kiffin or Golding.
Okay.
No,
it's John Summerall. John Summerall, first off, I'll put him up against anybody that had to go make a or 2 coordinator hires and who he brought in, Buster Faulkner and Brad White. Brad White has been vastly underrated in this league for a very long time.
Was that Kentucky?
Really good defensive coordinator. Then he goes and gets Buster Faulkner, who's been great at Georgia Tech, and brings Aaron Philo, who's been in that system, and goes and Eric Singleton, who's essentially created in that offense a couple years ago at Georgia Tech, who he's going to have as a move piece. You can motion him, you can get it to him quick, you can hand it to him, you can hit him down the field. You have an outside receiver in Dallas Wilson that's going to be a one-on-one matchup problem. Oh, and by the way, we can feed Jaden Ball 30 times a game, and he can handle that, and he's the best back in the league, not named Ahmad Hardy. So
T1 Lacey?
I'll take Jaden Ball, dude.
Okay. LSU wanted
I love Keywan Lacey. Keywan Lacey's a stud. Jaden Ball is just a freaking hammer. He's 234 pounds. You're not supposed to be able to do those things. If he had a little extra gear, we might throw out the Cecil Collins, but I'm not there yet.
Cecil Collins, man, he was fun to watch.
Oh, when you were standing on the sideline, he wasn't.
At least you never tried to tackle him.
You told me he's the best football player you played against.
I believe it.
Ever.
I believe it.
It's insane. The next time you have a plug on, get him to tell you the practice story about inside drill Cecil Collins.
Okay.
It's incredible.
I like that. Cole Cubelic, before we go, does Lane Kiffin get LSU to the playoff in year 1? Do you like them as a playoff team?
I think it's very feasible. I think it's possible. It's hard for me to view it as likely right now. It's just so much new. And it's hard because of the things that said this week and all of the other stuff, his contract, the cost of the roster, some of the names they brought in. Like, did you hear Elko yesterday asking about offensive coordinator?
I didn't.
He said, we had a national search. We looked around. We tried to do it the way that people would think. He said, but you know what? New isn't always better. And we fall for that more in college football than anywhere else in life. Maybe actually with, people who like to buy things, like new cars, new jewelry, whatever. But we are obsessed with new in college football. New coach, new coordinator, new tackle, new receiver. We always think it's going to be better, and it's not. Now, Lane Kiffin, I think, is a better head coach than Brian Kelly. A lot of pieces that came with Lane Kiffin are better than what was there or better than what has been there, both coaches and players now on the field. But it doesn't mean it's going to work right now. The biggest problem we have in college football right now is continuity. It's impossible to develop. It's impossible to gain times, and it doesn't just happen. Continuity wins in football. If you watch Indiana, I know they had a couple of drafts, but they won because they executed together. They knew what was being asked of them on every play, and they did it at such a high rate. There was not a lot you could do about it. It's hard to find that. It's hard to develop that. It's hard to get that. The reason that they had advantages of being an all team were not because they out-muscled everybody. It's because of that. They had the understanding from a football perspective of what needs to be accomplished on this play. And I might make the play. I might not catch the ball. I might not make the tackle. I might not have a big block. Like, I might need to be a decoy in this play. But they did it better than I saw anybody else do it consistently last year.
So LSU play?
No.
I'm not mad at you for that.
I'm mad. I don't care if you're mad at me. I don't care if you're mad at me.
I could never be mad at you. It's a brutal schedule. I think there's going to be.
You peeled the curtain back yesterday and told me you were mad at me, and you've been mad at me for years. I mean, you just let me know that this week.
I've never been mad at you ever.
It's not true, but it's okay.
How could I be mad at you?
You told her in my face.
So that's
doing what he's doing is apparently I've been at times mispronouncing his name when I had him on my show. And I'll share with your listeners the part of that is when I used to come as a regular guest, which I don't know if I've done that in 2 years. So you are mad at me.
You're always invited, but you couldn't because you
are mad at me. And I guess I say Moscona and then and and the best part about it is you used to do the daily scone right before I came on. And you would think for an intelligent human would hear that and know that it's Moscona. You probably just didn't enjoy breakfast pastries that much. Name a segment after it, which maybe I thought you did. I don't know. Or I'm just an idiot, one or the other.
But you do say Moscona.
Hey, I don't know when you're going to figure this out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It doesn't.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Fowler over here called me Moscona for 15 years. And I'm correct because people mispronounce my name all the time. There's a lot of vowels. But you will say 3 different things in the same interview. And I'm like, I just want to be, hey, just so you know.
See, let me tell you the difference. You know what he is never? Right. Sure. You know I am 20% of the time? Right.
Got it.
At least I get it once.
If you scroll back,
I'm covering all my bases.
You scroll back to the beginning of the interview, you notice I pronounced it in like 3 different ways. There's the Easter egg for you.
You'll never beat Peter Burns.
What did he do?
First time he had me on a show with him at SC Network. Cubelic.
No. I need the receipts.
I've got the audio somewhere. I find send it to you.
I need the receipts.
Cubelic.
Yeah,
but I'm like, honest to God, man, I'm surprised you got Cole right.
That's you know what? That's one though where if you're a guy or a lady who has a name that no one has ever Peter Burns, no one's messed that up.
Not
right?
one time.
Then you can't empathize with someone like Moscona or Cubelic. So like I tell producers too, if we have someone on the show, I'm like, get me a pronunciation before we start.
Or ask them off the air.
Yeah, whatever. Because it's like I can make sure that I'm right. He doesn't have to ever worry about that. He doesn't know what that feels like.
Fair. You're right.
That guy. He's Cole Cubelic. That's by the way, before you go, can we? People have asked a bunch. You're moving up to the booth this year. So congrats. That's a great thing, right?
Thank you. I'm excited about it. Yeah, excited about being.
Bummed not to have you and Tom and Jordan on SC Network.
Of course,
it's been awesome.
8 years we worked together. It was awesome. It was a fun ride. like we did some things that nobody's done. We tried some things that people didn't like, but we had a blast, man. And I ran through the litany season non-conference LSU games that we've had over the last 5 years.
My guy had to suffer through Army, which was actually a cool day. Southern was a cool day.
Southern was one of my favorite games I've ever done there. And the game was not bad at all. But it was just it took us over 2 hours to get from the downtown building to the stadium.
That's so good.
Our GPS had us going through the neighborhood. I'm like, guys, we go that way every time. And like this year, we can't go that way today. It was an awesome day. We had the Army game, which, you know what? That wasn't competitive, but that was cool too. Like just to have Army inside Tiger Stadium was cool. The Western Kentucky game last year started to get a little competitive towards the end. We tried to sell it competitive.
After the scoop and score.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you off it, the best hit in game I never did was that game.
What happened?
Well, you had a guy that played at LSU whose son was in the other uniform on the field, who was committed to Michigan, who did not go to Michigan because he was girlfriend pregnant to stay close to home to be with the kid who was now suited up for the other team in your stadium. Now, we didn't get that on the air.
Jai Eugene?
Mm-hmm. And he had a Western Kentucky sweatshirt and an LSU hat on in the stands.
So good.
And I talked to him before, and I'm like, can I share all like this way? He was like, he's like, what happened?
Yeah.
I was like, check nicest guy ever.
Jai's great.
Paninsky introduced me to him before the game. I was like, this dude's, we got to tell the story. Whatever, sometimes it happens in TV, you don't get it in. I'm like, it's just, see, it bothers me we didn't tell that story.
We just did.
Now you know.
Thank you, dude.
Summer is here, which means beach vacations, barbecues, backyard pool days, whatever you got going on. Make sure you celebrate with our friends at Rouse's, no matter what you're looking for. Meat or fish to throw on the grill. Maybe you want some cold drinks for the adults or the kids. Chips and dips and all the servings and sides. Rouse's is your spot with 76 locations from Lake Charles to Orange Beach and points in between. You're never far from a Rouse's location. And one of the things I love most is Rouse's always does their best to make sure they source local products. You want local Louisiana products and ingredients, you'll get them at Rouse's. Whether you're making groceries, a quick stop to pick up something for dinner, or a day at the pool, make sure you make Rouse's part of your summer every day. Find the Rouse's nearest you. You can shop the weekly ads online at rouses.com, rouses.com. Rouse's, this feels like home.
All right. Just about going to do it. We do have one more break to grab. We'll come back on the other side. We'll give you some final thoughts from the week that was at SEC Football Media Days before we send you off into your Thursday night. But thank you to Cole Cubelic, obviously, for sitting down with Matt earlier. Same goes for all three of the LSU players, Whit Weeks, TJ Dottery, and Trey'Dez Green. We had Chris Gordy, JD Pickell, all those guys very generous with their time over there in Tampa with Matt here on Thursday to close out the week. So we'll grab a break. We'll come back on the other side. I'll give you some final thoughts from the week that was SEC Football Media Days, and we'll put a button on the show. That's next here on AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery with 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siegen near Airline, LA 16 in Denham. Mid-City on Don Moore, Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. You know those 4 locations, and what an awesome time to get by Clegg's Nursery because they still have every single day shipments of flowers coming in, plants, trees, shrubs. You want to beautify the exterior of your home. You want to add that pop of color to your flower bed, to your patio pots. Maybe you got unwanted pests like ants or snakes or mosquitoes, wasps. They can help you take care of all of them. Maybe you got weeds coming up in your lawn. You want to get rid of that. Maybe you got dead spots in your lawn. The horticulturists, the professionals at Clegg's Nursery have the knowledge, the know-how, the expertise, and all the products you need to win Yard of the Month every month for your whole life. Guaranteed. Actually, I can't back that up. You have to do some of the work, too. It's Clegg's Nursery.
People think it's all about game day.
But the real work happens in the off season, and we need a healthcare team
that works as hard as we do.
At FMOL Health, our lay of the lake, we take care of LSU football year-round.
We trust the lake.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555.
Tell you every day, better coverage for less money. And man, my friends over at Insurance Network of Louisiana are crushing it for Louisianians on their auto insurance right now. Listen, if you have not had anyone shop for your auto insurance lately, you got to call Insurance Network of Louisiana. My goodness. They got some top-rated companies, Geico, Progressive. They're doing awesome work right now. This was an amazing story that I heard. They wrote one last week, saved the client $2,911 annually. They had a high auto rate with State Farm. They smashed it with Geico. They had another one save $1,476 annually with Progressive. They had Allstate and switched. Y'all, I tell you all the time, if you're just auto-renewing your insurance, man, you're probably overpaying and you're underinsured. Let Insurance Network of Louisiana help. LAinsurance.net.
After further review with Matt Moscona. Live from the 2026 SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Presented by FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, Relief Windows, Rev Fiber, and Parish Construction and Roofing.
What a week it's been. What a week it has been surrounding SEC Media Days here in the summer of 2026. I mean, it is the official start of our football season here, and man, it was certainly eventful as it is every season. A few things that stood out to me here before we get out of here on a Thursday. Man, first and foremost, how many coaches got up to the podium this week, whether it was in the main room, whether it was in the breakout session, whether it was on local radio, wherever. The amount of coaches that got up there and discussed offensive line and where they are on the offensive line and not being settled on the offensive line. There is team after team after team in this league this year with a lot of question marks along their offensive line. And it is teams that you're not used to seeing that from. Alabama. Kalen DeBoer was asked multiple times, what are you going to do on your offensive line? Texas A&M, we talked about that earlier in the show. They're replacing 4 starters. Auburn has issues on the offensive line. Florida has uncertainty on the offensive line. Obviously, South Carolina, maybe you are a little used to them. But it is teams that normally dominate in the trenches in this league that have a lot of uncertainty at an extremely important position. And it's going to be fascinating to watch how that plays out through camp for the rest of these teams, and obviously when they get into the season, because the SEC is normally a trenches league. That is normally where these games are won and lost, and that's just football, to be quite honest with you. But that did take me by surprise. There were some that you knew, right? Bama, A&M, like there were some that you knew, but to really hear how many got up there and had to discuss that, and with the uncertainty, that's intriguing. And I think it's absolutely a product of the transfer portal as well. Because you can't build the depth there where you're just rolling in guy after guy like maybe you used to. So that certainly stood out. Listening to some of the new coaches and their candor, John Summerall was very candid, talking about his expectations and outlook for Florida this season. I mean, saying that they're a long way away. They only have a month to go, and they are a long way away. I mean, he did not sugarcoat it. Ryan Silverfield on Thursday talked all the time about, quite honestly, why Arkansas stinks so much. You got to love Arkansas, man. They're very self-aware. They know they're not good at football. They want the answer of why, and he was peppered with that. He didn't sure. The man changed the light bulbs in the facility because they had these guys sitting in dark rooms all the time. Like, that's just the candor from the new head coaches in the league I found very interesting. And then this might be boring to you. It wasn't to me. I'm even more high on Georgia than I already was. Georgia, no one's talked about them because you just expect them to be great. They're Georgia, and I understand that. But I came out of this week, like, in my opinion, and again, this might sound like no duh, but a lot of people are high on Texas. I think Georgia's the SEC's best chance to win a natty. I think this is their best team since 2023, the last time they did win it. Gunnar Stockton already has his degree. He's a fourth-year player, and he gets to just focus on football. Your battery in general, but with Bobo and Gunnar Stockton, they're both four-year players. They've both already gotten their degree. Your quarterback and center are going football. How young they were a year ago, all those guys are back. And Kirby Smart's a dang good coach. I'm even more high on Georgia than I already was. So just a few takeaways there. It was a great week. Thank you again to FMLL, Our Lady of the Lake, to Rev, to Parish Construction and Roofing, to Relief Windows for making that week possible. We learned a lot, and now it's here, y'all. Football season from here on out. That wraps up Thursday edition of AFR. Matt is back tomorrow. See you at 3 o'clock.
AFR.
Brought to you by Evermore. Drink Evermore, EVAMOR, evermore.com, evermore.com. For elite athletes, for someone who just wants a healthier lifestyle. Maybe you're a parent, you want a healthier option for your children. Evermore is a great option. I would highly encourage you, bottom line, if you're drinking tap water, don't. Bare minimum, filter your tap water. But the best option is Evermore. This is natural artesian water. It's underground aquifers on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, right there in Covington. They dug a well into that aquifer, and I mean, it's literally thousands of years in the making. That's why they call it Mother Nature's masterpiece. That's what they're pulling out of the ground. The only filtration is take like the sediment from the ground out of the water, and it goes right into the bottle. So it never touches air until you uncap it, take that first delicious sip. Learn more where you can buy it, great retailers or online, EVAMOR, evermore.com.
Raising Cane's is honoring Chuck Norris on National Chicken Finger Day. For every box combo sold on July 27th, Cane's is donating $1 to Chuck's Foundation, Kickstart Kids.
Bayou Ford is taking $13,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ford F-150 trucks.
Plus the complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product's always customer satisfaction. Come visit us at reliefwindows.com. By the way, we do shutters too.
The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office protects and serves over 132,000 residents across the parish.
Keeping our community safe is our mission, and Rev Fiber plays a critical role in how we respond. Whether it's training in our special divisions, forensics investigations, or fielding emergency calls in our operations center, Rev Business connects our teams in real time, which is why we partner with Rev Business.
Get 6 months free of Rev Business services. Call or click today.
Hey everybody, Drew Brees here. Over the years, I've learned that the best teams are built on trust, preparation, and doing things the right way. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to announce that the Breeze Dream Foundation and I are partnering with Parish Construction and Roofing. Together, we are committed to helping families prepare for hurricane season. That's why Parish Construction and Roofing, the Breeze Dream Foundation, and WAFB are partnering to provide one capital area family with a brand new fortified roof. Visit WAFB.com/contest to enter the giveaway and view official rules and eligibility requirements. Because stronger homes build stronger communities.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.